Hey, we are live.
Hey,
Welcome to today's Lazy Sunday stream. This happens once in a while. We have no guest plan, no real items to discuss, no topics on the blast. And hey, here we go. Iron Potatoes joining us too with a
What's up?
streaming what looks like a web
Hey.
browser game.
Oh man, it's Slay the Spire. It's all the rage.
Never heard of it.
Like 6 months ago.
Looks cool though. Damn, the graphics are good.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, they're not like super HD, but they're like interesting looking.
Yeah. It's a card game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, what's everyone up to? How's everyone doing?
I cooked some music today with my new synthesizer thing.
Play it. Get it on stream. Come on, I want to hear it.
Okay.
This is terrible. It's awful music. I've never heard anything as bad as this before.
I mean, you can judge.
You should have heard it when I first brought him on. His mic was up like 10,000 times the normal volume.
Oh shit!
Just blasted me like.
Yeah, I tried to record some of the stuff.
I
and
hope your
cannot hear
synthesizer
myself.
is not up that loud.
Let me check.
Damn, no one's even watching yet. Don't start playing yet. You gotta wait until at least one person is watching.
That's fair, actually. Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
play now and then.
I'm getting some feedback. Oh, is it like an effect for this?
Your mic is also just up super loud still.
Okay. It's kind of.
Oh, here, hold on. Yeah, you were on maxed out. You were on maxed out volume. And now it heard me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Technical difficulties. Today's the lazy Sunday. There's no technical difficulties today. That is unacceptable. Yeah, go ahead and play for us. Why not?
What's really
It's a very small crowd.
irritating me is that I cannot hear myself, which I usually could.
Really? That's weird.
Yeah.
Why would you want to have monitoring on?
Yeah, I usually my audio interface keeps giving me my audio to my headphones, but
Oh, that's annoying. I can't stand having monitoring on.
I mean, monitoring on is usual for me, because it's real time and I have no delay.
Mm-hmm.
And with no delay, it's not irritating. So if you don't have any delay,
Well,
it's not.
it's still irritating to me. I prefer to have open headphones on, or not fully sealed. Now, if I was wearing in-ear monitors, that were plugging my ear, then I would want monitoring on.
Yeah, I have.
Can you guys hear me chewing?
A little bit, yeah.
Right.
Well, actually, now I can't. I don't know. Are you chewing this?
I cannot.
ASMR with Bootdsc.
I actually was listening to ASMR last night, trying to fall asleep. It's been a long time.
I almost fell asleep during my setup of these sounds that I created with the synthesizer. Yeah. You can hear it, right?
I'm gonna move my microphone farther away. That should reduce the attenuate the signal a little bit.
Oh, I'm terrible at this. I just wasted. I can't count. I haven't played this game in a year. I was actually waiting for another game to get downloaded.
I swear the Discord clears out like 2 minutes before there's any work to be done.
That's how it goes, man.
Just some
Hey.
self-regulatory or what?
Lucian has joined us.
Hey,
Great.
Welcome.
my friend.
You should jump into the voice chat. The link has been posted in the group. You can just jump in, chat if you like. I don't remember if you spoke English or not.
Oh, I wanted this guy.
I mean, most of the people on the Discord speak English.
All right, we're
Well, they can at least write it
Yeah.
or translate it. Look at Lucian coming in here with his perplexed smiley face. The signature move on our
yeah.
Discord.
I gotta change my.
Here, I'll just get rid of that.
Thank you. I was gonna change screens.
So, Player 2, I noticed that you're wearing makeup again today. Have we triggered something in you? Is this now a daily thing?
Not a daily thing. No, definitely not. But I kind of enjoy doing some cyberpunkish makeup thing.
Yeah, no, I like it. I think it's a good look, though. Maybe next time do a got an idea for you. Do a microprocessor in the middle of the forehead with like little wires branching off of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what I have
Don't put that
laying
on.
around somewhere
Oh,
were some neopixels wired so that they would start from here going over my nose. So the first piece of LEDs are beneath my eye, and the other ones are on my forehead. So
Oh, that's cool.
I still have to wire them up, and maybe print something to keep them in place.
Or just glue them on.
Yeah, I
Um,
glued something in my face before, and it worked pretty
You
well.
need
with
spirit.
eyelash glue.
Yeah, that's latex paint.
Mhm.
So that's just latex paint, which you can get for like $5 for a huge jar of it. That's all the eyelash glues are. So you could do that, or you can get spirit gum adhesive. Although that stuff's a little harder to remove. That stuff really holds it on. Like if you want to glue on a fake beard, oh, you know, because that's how you glue on your beard.
Perhaps, maybe. Who knows?
The potato has left us for a technical difficulty. He'll be back after his computer restarts. I assume it runs Windows.
Possibly. I mean, mine does. But
My phone did a forced update in the middle of the night last night. And because it requires typing in the PIN to restart, it didn't even turn itself back on because it has to have the PIN to come back on after an update.
Pleasant.
Yeah, and now all my accounts aren't working.
Something like that. My router did something like that as well.
Oh.
A few days ago, I was on my phone doing internet stuff, and then probably my brain. I need a restart.
Yeah. It's annoying though, because like
out of the blue, my router restarted and
no alarm,
I did
you know.
not, yeah, without any warning or something. Just, oh hey, new Fritz box OS version, let's go install without any approval.
Notification, nothing. Yeah, I know, it sucks.
Nothing.
I was very annoying with the phone because, you know, that means my alarm didn't work because the phone can't turn back on without the PIN. Good thing it was a Sunday, you know. Still though, very frustrating. No more control. You no longer have control over any of the devices you have.
Only Facebook does.
You're being conditioned to accept not having control. That's the truth of it. You're being, over and over again, you're being reminded that you don't have control and that you have no choice but to accept it. It's a good way to slowly, break down a rebellious population.
Yep. I also did some Blender stuff today. I haven't touched Blender in a few days or weeks.
It's probably been about 6 months since I've opened up Blender. The last time I did, actually, it's not been that long. It was after VertCon. But I ended up using the OpenGL, the web-based 3D modeling software. It's very similar to Blender, but it works in a browser. And Billy Rubin was doing a tutorial on like how to use it and stuff, and I use this thing all the time. So I followed along and made a sheep wizard.
A sheep wizard.
Yep, I'm quite proud of this one because I haven't done much sculpting. I've only actually tried to sculpt like 3 creatures ever. And I think this one came out pretty damn good. I'm going to post a link to it to force all of you to go look at it.
Yeah, sure.
It's like the modern day equivalent of making people look at your vacation photos. Remember how we all used to really hate that?
Yeah.
And now that's your entire feed on your, whatever social media account you have.
Yeah. I think vacation pictures are usually Instagram.
So here is posted in the public chat. Here's my sheep wizard. And no, this was not a person that got turned into a sheep, like with a curse. This was a sheep that got cursed to become a human.
Which
Let that sink in for a minute.
Where did you put it?
Public chat, YouTube chat. You can comments. It's called comments on this side. Hey, and the potato's back.
Yeah.
Now, are you a golden potato? Or are you an Idaho potato? Or are you a sweet
Definitely
potato?
Idaho. No, definitely Idaho.
So you're a russet. You're like the most basic dirt potato there is.
Oh yeah, yep. I come from a long line of dirt potatoes.
So we were just talking about some 3D modeling, and I posted up a link of my sheep wizard that I drew. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, looks.
I saw it when you
even
did
with
it.
color. Even with color.
Oh yeah, I really liked painting it too.
It's really good. That hat is awesome.
It was pretty easy to model too. It was just 2 pieces. The brim was 1 piece, and then the top was a second extrusion.
I took a college class. It was like CAD. It was just all about CAD. I think it was like 3D for making stuff for games, doing modeling buildings, and whatever that. I don't know. It's a Sunday afternoon. I can't think of words. But anyway, I made a bowl. It was pretty easy.
Sounds nice.
But I'm not artistic at all.
I recently.
You're not autistic? That's good.
I am autistic, but I'm not artistic.
Oh, okay.
I recently had a commission thingy where I had to implement some fruits, and I was like, nah, I cannot 3D model. Let's search for a 3D model then. And I found a free model of a lemon. And
What's up, Velrum?
What's up? And the lemon, I imported the lemon into Blender, into my Blender scene, and the texture of the cut surface of the lemon just did not look like a lemon. So I was like, fuck it, let's try modeling it yourself, and turned out really good actually. I mean, it's just a lemon. It's just like the smallest detail of this artwork thing, and took me like about an hour just to model a lemon.
Is this something you can share, or is it a secret
Yeah,
because it's a
no,
commission?
no, it's not a secret. Hang on, I will open this so I can show all angles of the lemon.
For anyone wondering why I'm not on camera, I broke my HDMI to micro HDMI adapter, and I'm waiting on delivery for a replacement, which might actually get here while we're on stream.
That would be funny.
Of course, that means I'll have to put pants on, but small sacrifices.
Do you really though?
Oh, they've updated the delivery window. It's now between 4 and 8. It was between 3 and 7. It's not looking good for getting
It'll
this
be
in.
9:30.
Yeah. These deliveries remind me a lot of like the old cable installers. Like, yeah, we'll show up between 7 and 7. It's like, what? You mean you'll show up today? Cool.
Thank you.
And then they don't show up.
Yeah, I mean, I had my internet connection installed a few weeks ago, and yeah, the guy had a time window between 12 p.m., like noon, and 5 p.m. And he actually showed up at 5 p.m. on point.
That's because he was standing outside, like smoking and waiting till it was 5.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I didn't see him before, so I could have seen him from my balcony. Yeah. So there we have the lemon.
All right, let me pull that up so everyone can see it. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool looking.
Yes. I kind of went way too much detail for this tiny thing. Because, whoops.
Is it part of a
Yeah, it's from a cassette cover. So that's why there's the A. It's because it's for the side A.
hey, that's really cool actually, because with that scene, you can get that perspective just right to make it make it interesting.
Yeah. But the lemon's really small, but yeah, I
So,
really just took a sphere and cut it in half, and
yeah, especially if you can't see the lemon portion of it.
I did it about like.
Who do we have here in the stream with us? We got 4 people watching. Got Ballroom, Lucian's here. Who else is in here with us? And where's those likes? Come on.
Spotlight, point light. I've lost my mouse completely.
I also have another project I started working on today with Blender, because now that I have something cooked up with my synthesizer now, I need a cover for releasing this.
There we go.
Yeah, freaking lurkers. Who's out there watching, listening? Carlos Mora, welcome back.
Hi, Carlos.
I think you were with us last week. Yep, so today is just the Sunday lazy day stream. Not much going on. Everything's broken. Nothing planned. anyone that wants to join us too, the link is in the Discord. You can be live and unfiltered with us.
Or maybe some filter.
Yeah, like a Lucky Strike filter, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
You just filter through the tobacco.
Malbert Desert.
Malbert is like a name I created to release my vaporwave stuff on.
So Malbert Desert, or is like Malbert the name, Desert's the album name?
Malbert is the name of the artist, which
Gotcha.
is me. Yeah.
I do like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I try to kind of create some lonely and lost desert.
Now I'm gonna just go ahead and critique the artwork there a little bit.
Sure, go ahead.
Malbert needs to line up with Desert exactly, and Desert needs to extend all the way to the bottom, just like Malbert is. Have both of them running parallel, and have it come all the way down. Yeah, it doesn't look quite right with it overlapping on an angle like that. You know, that's you would need a third item in view to make it balanced. Yeah, see, that looks good. You know, and if you line up the Malbert with it, and if you space them out a little bit, it'll actually look like tire tracks, like something drove through.
Yeah, I get you.
Or like a road or something. It's a cool scene. I really like the background, just having it drop into that kind of fog, like space, just kind of void up there. Yeah, but maybe try them spaced out a little bit for like a tire track effect. It may or may not work.
I think that does look better, actually. I wasn't sure when Boot started talking. I thought he might have lost his marbles, but I see the vision.
Yeah.
Nah, I found them. I got a couple of Aggies too.
Yes.
That's a marble joke for anyone who didn't know what an Aggie is.
I didn't get it, so just
Aggie's the shooter. The big marble.
I gotcha. I didn't know they're called that.
Yeah.
I'm still not 100% on how to actually play marbles.
You usually just make up the rules with your friends.
That sounds about right.
But it's like pool. You're trying to hit the marbles. You're trying to break up clusters and stuff. I don't know. You ever play pickup sticks?
That I played, yeah. I mean, I played marbles, just not correctly.
What else does this scene need? It needs like, how about a creature? It needs a creature flying
I was just
overhead
thinking like a
on
robot or something.
I was thinking that
like upper
maybe
left-hand
a
side
destroyed
creature coming
car
in.
or something.
Ooh, yeah, like a flipped over car on fire.
Yeah.
Swear. Oh, if you could make these words, make them look more like the tire tracks, and then have them swerve and have the car rolled over on fire.
Huh. That sounds good.
That would actually be, yeah.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Pretty sweet. My wife is taking a nap, and I removed the dogs from the bedroom, and they're crying now.
Just put them in with you, I suppose, right?
Well, they don't like me as much as her, so she works from home, so she's with them all day, giving them food and shit. So I'm just the guy who comes home on evenings and then yells at them. So
Did we lose audio?
I'm just
Ah, okay.
I'm just
we were
muting
just
myself because I'm eating a triple bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah, and I'm muting
No one-
myself because I'm
no one wants to
encouraging the
hear
dogs
that,
to attack each
you know?
other. So
Probably.
I don't know. Some people are into that boot. Now, some people find it absolutely repulsive, so you might lose more than you'll gain.
Well, it'd be hard to lose 4.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, maybe I should turn this thing on.
One of these is what I want.
I'm not sure how loud that is for you. Can you even hear it?
Can hear nothing but you talking.
Awesome. Maybe now?
Oh, I hear it a little bit. Sounds like someone's
Yeah, sounds good.
yeah, that's yeah.
I'm just gonna have to stop you there. It's starting to sound pretty bad. It's a bit loud too. You have to bring your volume down a smidge. And with that, that concludes our musical hour. I don't know if you can hear me, player two, but it's starting to not work.
The music kind of fits the cover, right?
Yeah, it needs a little work. It needs a bit of work. It's too bright. Your high frequency tones are way out proportion to the rest. So at a nice volume to listen, your high frequency was coming in really high, much louder. So, just need to mix down the levels a bit. But otherwise, yeah, cool track. While you were doing that, I was just sharing my screen, some unfinished projects that I'll probably never actually do anything with, but
It looked good though.
although some of these I've actually built. The Pi 400 cyber deck. That thing is finished and it all works and everything. I just kind of got bored with it. It's just like, this looks cool. But I mean, not bored with it in the sense like I like it for myself, but I don't want to have to explain to people how to build it, and like I don't want to spend the next 5 years telling everybody, what to do and how to build it. And like, when I say I'm bored with it, I'm bored with it in the sense that like I don't want to keep working on it as everyone finds it and downloads it and prints it. I want to move on to other projects, so I never really published that one. Just a few posts here and there, and I decided that it was enough having the Virtue Scope and people still building that thing.
Yep. I mean, the Bootdsc looks decent.
It's not bad. I mean, it's a pretty basic box. I think what makes it look nice really is all the stickers and having like the leather handle on it and stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I should go back and post the Pi 400, the Pi 4000 is what I titled it. Let's see, what else do I got here? I can show you some of the thought process that goes into the decks that I build. Some of the planning. So here's one with a kind of a long boy cyber deck. this one just uses extrusion, pretty basic. I've got a keyboard grid, so I could print this thing and pop keys into it and hand wire it. It's a kind of generic grid. I cut it apart and put it back together in whatever configuration I need. It's pretty easy to do. Got a trackpad. This has a place for mechanical switches as well. So instead of little micro switches, you get full mechanical for the trackpad, which I think is kind of neat. And then each of these parts represents something. It's been a while since I've put this one out. I think this is the wave share, the wide share screen, and or this might have been the Raspberry Pi motherboard. It's about the same size, and this might be the wave share screen. But yeah, I basically just block out the parts and then just rearrange them until they fit, until I like the look of it. I've got some text up here for some other stuff that I was working on. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. You know, it's nice having the aluminum extrusion. It's very, very accurate to the real thing. So you can, you know, really get an idea how everything's going to fit together when you're using it as your framework. Let's see what else we got here.
Are you sharing your screen? Because I cannot see anything actually.
Shit. You know what? I was sharing my screen, but I probably didn't add it to the scene in StreamYard. Slight technical difficulty. Let's try that again. Someone should have told me. It's all your guys' faults.
Yeah, right.
All right, there we go. Now it's on the stream. Now you can see it.
I gotta get one of these aluminum extrusions.
Yeah, it's really nice to have around. It's good for a lot of projects. You can make like a microphone boom arm with it, or, you know, make a lamp. Kind of use it for whatever. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. It's just a layout of parts. You know, you grab them, move them around, put them where you want. Just get an idea of what you're doing. I'll share one that's something a little more interesting, at least I think it is. I can find the right tab. All right, there we go. So this is the Pi 4000 with the hinge closed on it. Got the side plates, got the front aluminum extrusion, which has some of this little piece that slips into it. This is the screen here. This piece here is where the Pi Zero goes, because the Pi 4000 actually has two Raspberry Pis in it. It's got a Pi 400 motherboard and a Pi Zero with a e-ink display, and it runs the Ponwagashi software. So you have a little AI pet that lives on the Pi 4000 deck. These pieces were meant to be printed in a clear resin on my resin printer. It's got the little Kappa skull logo here in the middle, and it's embedded into the clear, so you'll be able to see it with an LED behind it, backlighting it.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
That one I haven't added yet because this kind of semi-flex resin I was trying to print with, I just couldn't get it to work. It kept warping, and I just couldn't get it to print decent. So, you know, so I haven't printed that part yet, but one of these days I'll get the resin working right for that last piece. These worked though. The corners, they were also printed in the clear resin that was tinted to sort of a neon greenish yellow. And those came out perfect. I don't know why the flat pieces wouldn't work when these detailed pieces came out just flawless. They're recessed a bit so that the screw head can sit in here, and then this is for a little rubber piece so you have a little non-slip grip on it. And it raises the whole thing up, which does help with a little bit of venting. And if you do what I like to do, which is to sticker bomb stuff, you don't want to be resting your thing on the stickers. It ruins them. So having it raised a little bit on some feet is a good way to keep your deck looking better, keeps the paint job and stuff looking good. But yeah, that's that. But let me show you something else I did for a t-shirt design that I will release it someday. And it's also the Pi 4000. So I laid it out with a bit of an exploded view. So everything is, this is also to help people assemble it. If I actually did release it and people want to know how it all goes together, well, this is all of the pieces in the order that they connect with, all laid out. So you can see exactly where everything goes. I would add some labeling as well, like, part A, part B, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense.
But also for a t-shirt, some kind of a exploded view out like this, which I didn't end up making this one, but I did make another one, which is on our Redbubble. I don't know if anyone has seen it, but I think it's pretty cool. It's the exploded view of the Netrunner cyber deck that I built last year. And that was the handheld one that looked like an old, like a Sony Klee, the kind of like fold up tablet that was out 10, 20 years ago.
I should do some designs for my Redbubble shop again as well.
Yeah, I was thinking about it too. It's like, man, I haven't added anything in a while. We added the something vulgar, thanks to Lydia's suggestion on that. I was like, post anything in the group, we'll add it to the Redbubble. Any of your artwork you want to make for us, some cyberpunk stuff. And I said, just, nothing vulgar. And so she was like, oh, okay, how about something vulgar? So she posts, just text something vulgar in brackets. But you know what? I love it. It's great. It's
something vulgar.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty damn funny too. People really like the joke. No one has bought it yet, though. Come on, someone buy this thing. I want to see how it looks. Here's the exploded view. I'll post the link in the chat. This is an exploded view of the Netrunner. And if you search in the Discord, you can find Netrunner.
Did you share the wrong screen because you're still in the Pi 4000 exploded?
Oh, I wasn't. I was just sharing a link, but sure, I can just share the tab too. I guess people are lazy and they don't actually click links. So I titled this piece "The Curse of Tinkercad" because if you look, this is a piece that's trying to group together, and it's just sitting there stuck in rendering hell. And I thought it looked actually pretty cool with all the red. Fucking. There you go. So can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So it's got all the red around the edges because it's trying to render it. It's trying to group the pieces together. I thought it looked kind of cool, so I exploded viewed it and then did the group and then let it sit for a couple minutes and screenshotted the thing straight out of the Tinkercad. It would be more or less impossible to draw this portion in the center this way, with all the transparencies and stuff from it trying to render. And I just threw some other stuff in for fun. I thought it had a good kind of Windows 95 artwork vibe to it, except for, it was really hard to do something like 3D model a skull in Windows 95. And I gave it the borders as well. And yeah, I thought it was a cool one. Definitely one of my favorites for a Cyberdeck shirt, because it's just weird and kind of bad, but kind of good,
Yeah. What's funny is that the German Redbubble translates all the titles.
Oh yeah.
Null null days, null Tage, like the 0 days sticker. it's like 0 days in German, null Tage.
Interesting.
The only thing that's not translated is neon summer for some reason.
Huh.
What's the name of the other design by James 5?
Shit, I don't remember.
Because it's Röntgenspezifikationen.
Say that again.
Röntgenspezifikationen, like X-ray specifications.
X-ray specs. Yeah, that's funny.
Ja. Holen Sie sich Ihre Tasse Sticker. Why did they translate the Kappa sticker? Why did they even translate anything?
Right. What do we
Like,
have up here? We don't
why?
really have a lot of designs up. Should get some more on here. 0 days. This one sells almost every single day. Someone buys the shirt or the stickers. But
Awesome.
everything else is much more sporadic. We should definitely get some more.
I mean,
Some more stuff up.
Why is Hans not selling, though?
Not a single person, literally, except for Blasto himself.
I mean, I would buy it because it's
I
a nice
mean-
sticker, but I would still don't know where I would put it.
In the garbage bin?
Nah,
I'm joking, of course.
it's a funny design though.
It's funny, unless you know. I mean, even if you are in on the inside joke, you're probably still not going to buy it.
Yeah, probably.
But you know what has sold a lot of is I'm not sure if my screen's still sharing, but Rawls design, and I really like this one. Now
Which
he
design?
didn't. It's on my screen.
Well, yeah.
He didn't win the design competition for the shirt, but he did win competition for the deck, for the cyber deck that he built. And
He did a little design.
but you know, if he hadn't entered a cyber deck, this drawing would have also been one of the winners for the artwork competition. I really like it because it's just a pencil drawing, and it captures the spirit of it in so few number of lines. Like, think about how little information is there, but you know, it gets the message across perfectly.
Yep.
And this one sells really well. I don't have the numbers because it's kind of hard to find in Redbubble, but I know at least a dozen of these stickers have gone out. You know, we don't sell a lot of any of these things. It's not really the point. It's more of just for fun. But but yeah, this one, and it looks really good on a sticker too. I've got a bunch of them over here. I ordered a bunch myself.
Nice.
Yeah, what's your Redbubble? What's it listed under?
Luigi Player 2.
Oh, look, recent searches, Hat and Player 2. Good thing there's nothing embarrassing in that list.
We'll see. I mean, I don't have any embarrassing designs.
No, I mean like in my because my search results just popped up for the whole world to see. It's a good thing that I never clear my web browser and never search for anything cringy ever.
Yeah, you gotta open the incognito or private tab for cringy stuff.
So it's just actually, why don't you share your screen and you can show us through your Redbubble shop. Let's see what you got on there.
Sure thing. Let me just change my window thing.
Welcome, Eat Comics. How you doing? And yes, I know I'm not good about sharing my screen.
I still have to can adjust here. There we go. Why is it showing my hand on the sides?
Yeah, oh well.
That's weird. But there we go.
All right. What do you got on there?
I still have like my classic vaporwave designs and my like one design I did for the WordCon but
Open them up so we
Can,
can see them.
can remade it. Wow, these pictures, man. Yeah, this is the whole design.
I like it. Now, you said that's basically your favorite car, right?
No, the Ferrari F40 is not my favorite car, but it's one of my favorite cars, and it's a outrun icon.
And you did also make another version that has a Fiero on it, and it's much better.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of sort of made it for you, but the Fiero looks just great.
Hey, if you're trying to kiss up and win a competition, put the person's car in the graphic.
Yeah.
I mean, that's brilliant, and hey, you did win. So, although not for that design, but the
I just tried to get this outrun vaporwave hybrid design. So
no, I like that one too.
Yeah.
It's just the the Cyberdeck Cafe one was just so. That one represented VirtueCon very well. I thought that was like the perfect shirt for that event.
thanks. Let me find this car. Well, I should have a.
Pull up the other. I think you got a new design on there that I haven't seen before.
This is
pull up-
my newest design, but
well,
yeah.
this looks almost exactly the same as
Yeah.
as it did before.
You mean this one?
Now this one I've seen. I like this one too. I like the vaporwave stuff.
Yeah. For some reason, the colors are completely washed out. Like,
Yeah.
they're not very vibrant, and that's why I will sell my monitor.
It's just your screen share. Something is wrong with your scene. You can see like the white is clipping.
For real?
A little bit. No, it's the other design. The next one over to the left.
This one.
Redbubble loads so damn slow. Yeah, that one. So who do we have with us in the chat currently? Who's hanging out? Sound off. We're up to 7 people. I'm shocked. Lazy Sundays don't usually bring in a big crowd. I like that. That's cool.
Thanks.
Are you still working on that cassette cover art?
Yeah, I'm still working on it.
How's that looking?
Let me grab this one. I will just share my screen instead of my
share the app.
shirt.
Or...
yeah. Here's my face. So, the album will be called Monopterus, just because it's some place, and originally it's supposed to be a compilation of tracks from a European Discord server. Yeah, this was like a first concept. It's not final. Definitely not. We're not.
Oh
done.
shit! Can you print across the whole cassette like that?
Yes, you can.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I could grab a cassette.
Hey, since you already have like tree branches on there, why not just make it a lemon tree with the lemons on the tree branches, but have them sliced in half, like they had already been prepared to be eaten while it's still hanging on the tree branch?
That's an idea. I mean, I
Just a thought.
still gotta find something better for the plants.
Yeah, a lemon tree.
Yeah, that's a possibility. I mean, I have some more. I was thinking if I could. I mean, the cassette shell will be transparent, so
Oh,
I
okay.
tried to get some transparent color in the middle
So is the
to.
white gonna be? Is it actually gonna print white, or will that just be transparent?
No, the white will be white. I was trying to or thinking about getting this blue transparent, so the cassette will be blue and the water will be actually the cassette.
How about hanging gardens? How about having that be transparent with
Um,
the black border on it
yeah, I mean
instead
this
of the
is
pink?
also just a prototype. So the hanging gardens is replaced with Monopteros because it's the title of the album.
What is it?
Monopteros.
Well, if
Yeah.
you tried, you could not come up with a name that would be harder to remember.
I mean, yeah, this is the name. It's not.
Monopteros. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a rough one.
Well, I mean, it's some Greek-looking thing.
Is this one of yours, or is this someone else's group?
No, this is. I mean, the group itself is a Discord server created by a dude called Cityman, who releases a lot of cassettes, and
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, he created a Discord server to have a European vaporwave community, because most of the vaporwave community is happening in the US.
Hey, that's cool. You should share a link if you want in the Discord.
Sure.
I'm sure there's plenty of our European members that would find that interesting.
I need to find a link that's not. There we go. I drop it in the YouTube.
What's up, Zen Mondo? How you doing? Yeah, just, pop it over in the private chat, and I can post it to the YouTube, or you can post it from the actual YouTube video outside of StreamYard.
Yeah, I put it in the chat and in the other chat.
So, if anyone is wondering, we do have, in case somehow anybody doesn't know, we do have a Discord, the Cyberdeck Cafe. If anyone needs a link to that, it is at cyberdeck.cafe, which is our website. So just in case anyone ever watches the stream later that isn't aware. And here's a Discord link to this Vaporwave European server. Ooh, now there is some noteworthy news right there. Zenmondo is getting something published in 2600. That's very cool. If anyone isn't aware, 2600 is a very cool magazine. Go check it out. You'll be hooked.
Yeah, and I also have this design. I created it when I was bored in school.
You know, I've actually gotten to
Uh,
see that statue.
That's nice.
It's kind of cool looking, really. It's like, oh, hey, I've seen this all over my whole life on stuff, and then you actually get to see it in person.
Awesome.
Man, anyone else want to join in, get this conversation going, add to this lazy Sunday? I'm starting to kind of feel like just taking a nap, you know?
I took a nap before the stream,
Ah, lucky.
but like half an hour.
I just finished a triple cheeseburger and fries, and now I feel sleepy.
I want a triple cheeseburger now.
Don't you have one in the freezer?
No. I have some Ben & Jerry's in the freezer.
And some peppermint schnapps.
Now the peppermint schnapps is not in the freezer because it froze last time. Or with the peppermint,
Wait,
I have not tried.
It didn't. If it froze, there is not enough alcohol in that to consider that an alcoholic drink.
It's all sugar, dude.
Looks like Helix is going to be joining us.
Yay! Okay,
He's just going for a beer run. I already did my beer run. I've got myself a Sapporo, but I'll say that for later. For now, I'm drinking Miller High Life. It really is good. Like, if you've never had a Miller High Life, it's better than beer. It's better than malt liquor. It's kind of something in the middle.
I want some root beer right now.
Oh, I've got a cream soda. It's pretty good.
Cream soda is also pretty tasty. We don't have this stuff in Germany. I mean, finding root beer over here is quite an unusual thing.
Really? You don't just have like A&W root beer?
Nope. I mean, A&W is imported and expensive.
That's funny because it's basically the cheapest, worst soda we have.
How is A&W the worst soda?
Oh yeah, it's absolutely the worst root beer that there is. It's popular, but it tastes like trash. The good root beers are.
I mean, Blaster told me about some root beer that's brewed locally where he lives.
We have a lot of those.
Sprecher.
We even have alcoholic root beers. The best ones though are the sarsaparillas or like the birch bark beer. Birch bark beer, that is hands down superior to root beer. They're like 90% the same flavor, but then there's just this little twist to it that just really sets it off. Now that one's hard to find. It is always out of stock when I want to buy some.
Yeah. I once bought a stack of some root beer that's not too expensive. Cost like, I don't know, 30 euros for the whole stack.
For how many drinks? Damn.
24 cans.
Oh, well then that's not bad. That's about what we pay here for anything.
Yeah. It's about one euro per can. In with deposit. Because yeah, we have deposit on our cans and bottles, so you can return them at the local supermarket.
Yeah, we do that too. Everybody does that, really.
Get a quarter back.
Yeah, we do like 10 cents per can.
Yeah, it's 25 cents here.
Oh, that's
so
that sucks.
I mean, it's all right. Thing is that there are a lot of homeless people who dig around in trash cans exactly for
Yeah, we
cans
do.
and bottles
People do
because
that here too.
some people
you know?
throw them away.
Well, around here in the States, the vast majority of the entire country just puts their recycling in the regular trash.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's not
That's
good.
not how it works.
Well, here's the problem, okay? Not everywhere has recycling bins. And most people aren't going to drive trash bags to a recycling center. Yeah, we don't actually have recycling bins in every neighborhood, in every city, every county. The best part is where I live, we have recycling bins, but at the sorting center, um, all of the recycling items get mixed into the regular trash and go to the landfill. They don't actually recycle them. So they pull out like one particular type of plastic, and then the rest just gets mixed back into the trash. So it's a basically useless process. It's so bad that they consider just stopping the recycling pickup service because there's no real point. Because even the regular trash bags, they rip open and pull out certain items, certain plastics. So it's kind of just like an extra step having a separate truck drive around to pick up something when it all goes on the same conveyor belt.
Amazing.
I know. I was like, wow, that's like, wow, good job there, guys.
I mean, then what's the point in recycling if they don't?
No, I totally agree. It's really dumb. It's just one of those things where it's just a broken system.
Yeah, with the
Just in
recycling
this
bins-
particular city it's just an issue of this city and some funding or whatever it is, whatever the case is.
With the recycling, it's kind of funny in my house. In the basement, there's a room with all the trash cans for all the apartments. And you recycle paper and everything else. Maybe some biodegradable stuff, but that's quite unusual because people throwing away any plants is not too common. But you cannot throw pizza cartons in the paper because
Yeah, it's
maybe
cardboard.
I mean, it's not. It's pure.
Hey, speaking of recycling trash, Back to the Future, the Mr. Fusion, right?
Yeah.
The car is powered off of
Yeah.
garbage. I really like that. I think that's pretty hilarious. It's like they never bother to explain how it works or anything. It's just accept the fact that you have power devices that can just take any material and convert it into huge amounts of energy. Which always made me wonder, what's the concept behind that? Like, is it just atomizing it? Is it just like?
But atomizing it would need power, right? Not.
Well, yeah, you'd have to
power.
assume that it has a process in place that is able to crush the hydrogen molecules together to release more energy than it took to crush them in the first place. It's some kind of a fusion or atomic reactor of some kind in there. But instead of using radioactive isotopes with lots of energy, it's using banana peels.
Banana peels.
Have you ever watched the movies Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? That series?
Nope. Never heard of that.
It's pretty old. 80s comedian, 90s comedian kind of thing. They have a bunch of sequels. They had a Disney ride for a while. But there's one thing in it that I found interesting was he has this van that is like loaded up with solar. So he's got this like solar powered electric van, and it was really, really shitty. It was kind of making fun of electric cars of the era. But in one of them, he does an upgrade for it and makes it methane powered as well to offset the solar. So you have these like tube thingies that you like hook to your butt and then sit down in the seat. So it's just powered off farts.
Fart energy.
Yep, fart powered car. And
Just put in a cow and then it will run forever.
Exactly. Just have a manure plant in the back, I thought it was hilarious though, because it was a very tongue in cheek kind of joke, basically, saying how full of shit people are, full of hot air, and with how bad the electric cars were at the era, it kind of made sense too. Yeah, I like that
there
one.
There were electric cars back then?
There were electric cars before there were gas cars in the world.
Oh.
The electric motor and electric vehicle was invented before the combustion engine. Internal combustion engine. But you know what? The Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, that series actually that had a big influence on me as far as my own tech building. That was, it was a movies about a tinker who built all these weird, crazy contraptions, these like Rube Goldberg style things that, would like flip an egg and make toast. And of course it all didn't work. It was all broken and half-assed. Big like headsets that would like read your mind to do things, all this crazy stuff. And then he made a shrink ray. And that's the premise is, the kids get shrunk down to the size of ants and now have to go on this journey to get home. And all they have to do really is go like 6 feet through their yard. But that's like a whole nother environment.
If you're like 1 millimeter in size.
Exactly. And now you got to like fight off insects and deal with all the crazy shit. Yeah. They're terrible movies overall, bad acting and stuff. Like they didn't age well. But the concept behind it is fantastic, and it really could use like a reboot with really good actors,
Mm-hmm.
But definitely great when you're a little kid and seeing all these crazy gadgets, which, yeah, sure, it's a movie, but there's a prop master somewhere that had to dream up those gadgets and actually build them. Because while they were props, they were still functional in some way for the movie.
Yeah.
Lots of moving parts and stuff. And, someone spent some serious time building them.
Probably. You also know which series did not age very well? Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah.
I watched it as a kid, and it's was available on Netflix a few, years ago, like 1 or 2. And I watched it and was like, wow, how did I watch this as a kid? I mean, the quality is so bad in some way.
It is what it is. Yeah. It's not good, really. I'll tell you what, though, Dexter's Laboratory, that is a timeless one right there. That one has aged beautifully. It's still funny. We can all still relate to having a pain in the ass sister.
Yes. I did not watch this one as a kid. I think this is a few years older than I am. Maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah. 96. I'm 99. So yeah, when I was watching cartoons after school, this one was not running anymore.
Dexter's Laboratory?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually pretty entertaining though. You can still watch it today. You just gotta have a beer first. It's like Powerpuff Girls. It's really pretty fun to watch. Not every episode. Some are just badly written, and then some are just excellent. Like all the episodes with Mojo Jojo in it are all quite good.
Yeah,
I'm over in the
when I-
Discord right now looking at some stuff. Blasto's over there posting drawings of his stuff, but for strange reason, not in the live stream with us.
How
very
dare
suspect.
he- Very
Very,
sus.
I'm gonna call him out on that. Be like, what the fuck are you?
Sassy Baka. Wow. A man of quality.
So what are you drinking over there? Got some good German beer?
No. I got some ginger beer. That's quite nice.
Is it alcoholic ginger beer?
Nope. It's non-alcoholic, but it tastes great.
Nice. You just need a little bit of gin to throw into the ginger beer. It's quite good.
Should try it.
Yeah, it's
think
a brass monkey.
I think the only booze I have over here is peppermint and Waldmeister, whatever that's called in English.
I've never heard of it. What's it made from?
A plant called Waldmeister. Hang on. Woodruff. Oh well,
We
but
ha-
this is the Microsoft translator. I'm not sure if it's actually.
We have
Woodruff.
like Woodruff. Yeah, we have something called Woodruff, but I don't think it's going to be the same thing. Is it a beer type drink or a liquor?
Liquor, and it's always green. Everything that's Waldmeister is green.
What does it taste like?
Good question. It's quite hard to describe.
Is it minty? Is it savory? Is it salty? Is it sweet?
It's rather sweet. I think it's a common jelly flavor.
Hey, the Doge is here.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Doggo, what's up, Felix?
All good in the hood. What are you guys drinking?
I'm drinking Miller High Life.
I'm drinking nothing, but I should get a Spitzi though.
A what?
Or maybe I shouldn't.
He's been making up names all day. He's just been making up words.
I believe it.
Yeah, no, Spitzi is this one. This drink right here is called Spitzi, and it's
Is it like a chocolate milk drink?
no, oh hell no.
It's not like a Yoo-hoo.
No, it's like Mezzomix, but actually good.
What's
What is-
Metal Mix?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, you don't have Mezzomix over there?
We might, but it's not called that.
Okay. It's cola mixed with orange lemon, orange soda.
Well, we have Coca-Cola that's like we have citrus, lemon, vanilla, cherry. We have flavored sodas. So it's an orange citrus Coca-Cola.
So Mezzomix is made by the Coca-Cola company, so I'm kind of
So it's probably just
surprised
orange.
that
It's probably
it's-
just Coke with orange.
yeah. It's like mixing Coke with Fanta.
Oh,
Mm. That actually sounds really good.
I was
but
gonna say that sounds terrible.
I would try it.
Yeah, I mean this one's actually good. But I will not drink one of these now because
It's 3 in the
would fall
morning,
to
right?
sleep. I mean, it's 2:30. And this one, I mean, the Spezi is full with caffeine to
Yeah.
get through the night. And I don't want to get through the night.
It'd be great, Helix, if your dog there had if it had a paw that came up and drank.
Oh, that would be epic.
If it why doesn't it track your beer in your hand and have a little paw that?
I don't know, man. We gotta find someone that's really good at making 3D models.
I can make you a beer can.
That'd be awesome.
I'll
beer
extrude
can
a circle
is-
for you.
A beer can is also I'd say it's not too difficult to create. You just take a cylinder and then kind of adjust.
Yeah, but then how do I get the dog to
Yeah.
how do I glue that to the
Yeah.
dog's paw and then have it drink up and track
you
what a
have
beer
to-
can is?
And what
Maybe
you have
I-
to do there is you just need to casually be chatting with one of the developers of that software and mention the idea of it. And once you implant an idea in someone's head, they will carry it out at some point.
Yeah, that's how Inception works, right?
That's how social, engineering works. It's the whole point of social media.
Just social engineer the devs of animes.
Why
Make
not?
me a beer can. Yeah.
Hey, give this dog a beer can.
Hey, how do you think they ended up with the Doge in the first place? Someone suggested it.
Yep.
Probably.
Yep. When
And
you're
with
right,
Doge
you're right.
coin. Like, hey, there's this meme. Let's make a cryptocurrency out of it.
Yeah. Except that's literally what happened.
Yeah.
So what do you got going, Helix?
Well, actually, tomorrow I start some really interesting training on covert entry and basically getting through doors. And it turns out that that counts as work time. So it's not like I'm taking unpaid PTO to do this. It counts as billable work. So I'm still getting a paycheck for going to this training that I'm not paying for. So I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, happy days. In terms of actual project stuff, I still haven't cracked into the Sony Watchman with little TV on it. The only thing that's keeping me from getting into it is the power. I have the DC to DC buck converter, so I can go from the 12 volts that come off of the D cell batteries, and bring it down to the Pi 3s they still take 5 volts, right?
All the Raspberry Pis run on 5.
Yeah. So, and that's really all I need. I need it to ingest 5 volts, and then but the 3B doesn't output analog signal through the 3.5 millimeter jack, does it?
It does. They all do. Every single Raspberry Pi that's ever been made has composite output.
Because when I was reading through the forums of how to output it, apparently people were having troubles with the 3 Bravo, but
People are dumb.
people are dumb. Yes.
So in order to get the composite output to work, you have to enable it, and you have to have something plugged into it when you boot it up.
On boot, it has to be plugged in.
On boot, the display has to be plugged in, or it'll automatically default back to HDMI. And this is something that's actually really common for a lot of TVs, that if you didn't have RCA, composite plugged in, it would go to a different input.
Or just a television.
But that's it. That's literally all you have to do. You need to have your screen turned on first, then boot the Pi, and you have to have the composite enabled in your config file. It'll work.
Sounds good. Yeah, I could do that tonight. I also have ribs in the
So-
smoker. I've got
Ooh, that sounds good.
they've been smoking for about 4 hours now, and it's
Now,
gonna be
This smoker, is that smoker / forge?
no. I actually did like the thing that I use to hold my forge is a grill that I found like just on the side of the road that someone was throwing away, and but it's a different grill / smoker that I use to like actually cook stuff in.
So
Although I assume I
was
could
actually-
cook with it. I don't know.
I was actually thinking about that Watchman that you got, that Sony tube, and I think it would look really good mounted to the Humongous.
Ooh. Well, so that's something else that I haven't planned out.
Or maybe
yet,
as like
is,
a box that sits behind it, like an add-on box to it.
I don't know how I'm going to get. I think I need to do a case mod so that I can like swap USB parts in and out. Either that, or I just keep them with like a wireless mouse and keyboard at all times. So that way I don't have to like keep on taking it apart to plug stuff in. Either that,
Taking what apart?
the Watchman. Either that, or I like cut holes into it, which I really don't want to do because this is such a cool.
Oh, I
machine.
thought you were gonna transplant the display into a different case.
No. I'm keeping the whole thing like as is. It's
Okay.
it's too beautiful to be destroyed, I think. And I'm
Well,
the
in
one
that
that
case-
makes it. So what I think is what matters.
In that case, then, if you're gonna keep the case intact, I mean, are you willing to modify the case, like cut into it or something?
Yeah,
Which
as
one
little
did
as
you?
I can.
I'm trying to remember which one did you get? Did you get the super? Well, they have like 5 different versions of the Watchman.
Check FD-510.
Anyone following along at home, look up the Sony Watchman. It's really fucking cool.
It really is.
Okay, so you've got the big one. You got the big version of it.
The heckin' chonker. Yes.
Yeah.
This
so,
one?
Well, shit. I mean, internally, I don't know how intact you want to keep it, but internally, you got a lot of space you could make use of.
Yeah, I do.
And as far as the batteries go, you should be running a 4-cell LiPo, and then just regulate that to 12 volts. You'll get like super long run times and not have the weight or have to be replacing disposable batteries.
Run a 4-cell lipo instead of the
The giant D whatever.
yeah. I'll have to go battery shopping then.
Yeah, because 4-cell, you're at 3.7 volts nominal, and you can convert that down to 12 volt without really any efficiency loss, any power loss.
Yeah.
Because you're only moving it a couple volts, and and then you just need a anything to cut it off. Like there's one board in particular that I know of that you can adjust it to select the cutoff voltage to anything you want. So you could plug that in and just have an auto cutoff, so your cells never drain past the safe point.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man, you could fit a lot of stuff in that thing. You could stick a decent, you could reuse the speaker it already has, stick the Pi inside of it.
That's what I was planning on doing.
Yeah.
But that's something else. I don't know if by outputting an analog signal from the Pi, if it's going to be, if the TV will be picking up both audio as well as video, or if it's just going to be picking up the video. Because I assume back in the day when it was just like that single composite line, like when it was analog signals, we still got TV stations with sound. You know what I mean?
Well, does this little TV have any kind of external input on it anyway?
It does. That's how I have to hook up the Pi to the TV.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. So what ports does it have? Does it have a left and right audio plus
It has
video?
it has an external antenna, which is what I would be plugging it into. It has earphones, which I guess is an audio out, but it doesn't have any audio in.
Oh, well, external antenna, that's an RF signal. You can't plug the Pi into that. The Pi is a composite signal. Those are two
Looking
different things.
looking at the documentation, that's what it's. I mean, it's a 3.5 millimeter jack, so I don't.
No. External antenna, that's an RF input. So that's not a composite. So you would actually need a. You remember when you had to plug in a Nintendo into a TV that only had an RF input, so you had to use the RF modulator? You couldn't hook up the composite?
Yeah.
Okay, you'll need one of those to hook this up.
Fuck.
Well, they're only like $10 on Amazon.
Yeah, it's not as spacious inside as I thought it would be.
Well, you could save a lot of room switching to the LiPo pack and use up all that battery compartment space.
Yeah,
for other stuff. But you could also just gut the whole radio portion of it too. I don't know how much you're trying to modify it, but
I don't mind getting rid of the radio portion.
Or the speaker, right? So the speaker that's in that thing, I bet, is like probably 4 by 2 inches in diameter. And you could just replace it with like a little mini driver.
Yeah. Or like have the Bluetooth out, or have the Pi output to Bluetooth or something.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure that thing has a huge speaker on the top of it, a single mono
It does.
output.
Yeah.
And that amount of space would probably be as big as like the whole Raspberry Pi or the converter box or something.
Yeah.
I actually used to have one of the Sony portable TVs, but it was their very first LCD version. That thing took 8 AA batteries and would run for just a couple hours.
Holy shit. 8 is a lot.
Yeah, and it was only like a 4-inch screen, but that thing was cool, man. I would take that, I'd plug that in the car with my, whatever it was at the time, the PS1, the original PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I would play PlayStation in the car with that screen taped to the remote. And this was, before that was an option in any other way. It was pretty cool.
It's a way to do it.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, I think my sister won the TV from like a radio contest or something. They were fucking expensive back then, and she had no use for it, so she just gave it to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a $500 TV in 1995.
Yeah, and it only weighed 80 pounds.
Yeah, it was only like 5 pounds and the size of like 9 modern cell phones.
Yeah. What about you, man? What are you working on? FPV stuff?
Yeah, pretty much, because the weather's so fucking nice. I just want to like be outside and fly. At least it's nice when it's like 5:30 and the sun's coming up, because outside it gets hot. I got myself a 4K camera. I have never bothered to do any kind of HD recording on these things before, and I was just like, I get some good flights in sometimes. Like, Arizona's got some nice scenery sometimes, and the sunsets are pretty awesome. I figured I might as well put a better camera on, and as it turns out, it's really hard to fit the camera that I bought on any of the quads I have because of the way the carbon fiber frame is. This camera module is too tall. So instead of just buying a different camera, I bought a completely different frame and then rebuilding the quad.
Damn, like, so from scratch you're rebuilding it?
Yeah, basically just building an entire new one.
Holy shit.
But I'm building one that's dedicated to this function. Like, it's a small one, so it's 4-inch propellers, a very small, lightweight frame. It falls under the 250 gram category, so I don't have to have it with my license number on it for the FAA. Nice. And there's some reasons that's good. Like, if your quad ever, crash lands on someone's head, then it doesn't have your phone number on the side of it.
Yeah, that's nice.
But no, it's just it's lightweight, and just like a lot of things, it scales the price. The smaller the parts you use, the cheaper they are. Like the motors on this quad are only like $14 a piece, whereas the motors on my big one are like $35 a piece. So when you crash and you bend a motor, you're out less money. So everything that breaks on this is going to cost me less to replace. There's very few parts that are as expensive as on the big one. And that's kind of the idea is I want to build something that I can not feel as bad if I, crash it and can't recover it, or if I just, bash it around. And
Yeah. Do you ever put those bumpers on them so that like if they do knock into something that it's not going to be game over for your quad?
Yeah. For this one, I'm actually planning on adding some because I want to be able to fly this somewhat long range. And one of the problems is that when you take a bad landing, your props bend, and sometimes they bend to the point where you can't spin it because it's bent down so far it catches the frame, and then you're stuck. Whereas if you have the prop guards on it, you probably won't bend the props enough that you can't fly it back to you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna add the prop guards. Now there's also the ones that they call the cinematic quads or the cinewhoops, and they use a ducting.
The what?
A cinewhoop.
To whoop some ass.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, because the sound they make, the little whooping sounds.
That's awesome.
So they use a ducting that is actually very tight to the prop, and they use a special wide prop, and that actually has an effect that gives you more lift. So that's actually ducting for a purpose where it helps the air accelerate, and it's kind of like those Dyson fans where it takes less energy to move more air than a typical fan. And those are kind of neat. It's definitely, and it's got some other advantages, I guess, for like stability and stuff. I'm not building that, but I am going to make some bumpers that kind of look like it. But I don't want it to act as a ducting. I want it to just protect the propellers.
Cool.
But yeah, it's a fun little build, and like I said, it's a lot cheaper. This is much cheaper and easier to assemble. 3D printing a couple parts for it, some TPU, a couple little mounts and stuff.
Have you looked into doing that the collision avoidance stuff?
You can't really do that on these flight controllers. The software just isn't there.
Okay.
It would be really neat though. Like I would love to build one of these smaller, real fast quads that you could just flip a switch and have it be in like an auto flight mode. Someone did mention recently that the software and flight controller I'm using does support ultrasonic range finding or something like that for altitude hold.
Okay.
So potentially I could add a sensor to this or use the built-in barometer that's on the flight controller itself and have a switch on board so I could just press the switch and get it to hold its position, at least its altitude. And if you add a GPS, you can have it hold its position as well. You can also get altitude from the GPS module. So you can do a couple limited things. Like I think it'd be cool if it would just hover in place, and then if you had a little gimbal with your camera on it so you could look around, kind of like what the DJI stuff does, but without being locked into a really hostile ecosystem.
Getting altitude from GPS is like pretty high latency though, isn't it?
Yeah, but none of that really matters. As long as you're, if you stop in place for a moment, then just press the switch.
Yeah.
These are really built to be fast and really agile and stuff. They're not really meant for the cinematic type shots, but I do like that kind of flying. I actually kind of prefer it. I'm not particularly good at doing little flips and tricks and stuff. This thing, I don't know what kind of flight time I'm going to get though. Like I might be able to get up to like 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes flight time from this. And to me, that's pretty long range. Get those nice big long cinematic shots.
Yeah.
There's a mountain nearby. I'd really like to kind of like dive down the. There's kind of a crack in it where the water has ran down, and I'd like to fly up that and dive back down it. But yeah, it's fun. It's it's one of those hobbies that isn't terribly fun to talk about or watch other people's flight videos. You just have to be the one in the goggles flying, because like your brain actually, after you fly a couple battery packs and you've been up for 5-10 minutes, 20 minutes, this thing happens in your brain where you switch over and you're in the thing. You feel it when you turn. It's just like when you're playing a video game and you start turning the controller when you're making a bank on a racing game. Wait, it's like, why am I leaning? I'm not really moving, but your brain gets into it. It's like that, but tenfold stronger. And it really is a blast. Like I don't mind that I had stopped flying for a couple years, because I think there was kind of a low point in the hardware and technology and stuff catching up. But like right now is just the perfect time to get back into it. Everything is so good and so cheap. This whole quad is like $150 and outperforms $1,000 DJI quad in every respect.
That's cool, man.
Awesome.
I would show you guys, but I have no camera. My HDMI cord snapped, and my other adapter, it doesn't work. It blanks out. Something about it.
I'm trying to 3D model a car for the cover I'm doing. Not sure.
What was the background there before you moved the window over?
The
opened the
an
Sony's.
opened Watchman.
Yeah, that's not the one that Helix has, though.
No, different model.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
This one? Awesome.
That
cool
one
looking.
up to the right, two pictures over to the right. That one.
Yeah.
That's the one that you want to get if you want to build your own. You can still buy that tube in new old stock from Banggood.
For real?
Yeah.
Awesome.
As far as I can tell, it was a replacement tube. It's probably old stock of the replacement parts that they made for that actual module. It comes with the driver board too.
Have you seen this?
One person in the group has
Have you
has
seen this
picked one up.
crazy thing?
Trekius asks, how do you stay legal with the visual flight rules? All right, next question. So how's the car coming along on that for the rendering?
Looks like, I don't know, looks like this.
You're making a Cybertruck? Oh my god.
Oh, that's even better. No, you've got
Cybertruck
to make
2.
it the Cybertruck.
Fuck.
It's got to be the Cybertruck. That fits the whole theme.
Yeah,
And,
indeed.
You
But I'm not
probably
going
can
to
find
make
an STL of a Cybertruck.
I'm not rebuilding the Cybertruck myself.
Here. I have one. I have a 3D model of a Cybertruck. Let me get it for you real quick.
But his muskiness demands it.
It's muskiness.
The Musk. He should release a perfume called Musk.
Yes, I don't know why he hasn't yet. He's a meme celebrity. Like, I'm sure he's considered it, but I don't know.
Because it already exists.
Remember all the cat girl memes he used to post, and that kind of kind of died off. Like, I think his PR staff got with him, and it's like, okay, this is gonna get you popular with people that can't afford to buy cars because they're still in high school. Like, stop posting this shit. It's like, fine.
He gets a lot of hate because he's one of the wealthiest people on the planet. And he gets a lot of fanfare because he's one of the wealthiest people on the planet. I don't care about any of that. He's funny. If he had been a stand-up comedian, he would also be very successful. like his jokes are just they couldn't be drier, and that's the kind of humor I appreciate.
Yeah.
It's like if you don't get it, you'll never get it.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, yeah. I think a lot of people are just getting kind of over him, though. It's like maybe he just did the Catgirl thing for too long, and then it was like, okay, now what? Like, is Doge him just being like this edgy billionaire that's trying to be funny and tell a joke, or does he actually believe in this technology that was like that some guy was like, oh, Bitcoin's kind of cool. I think I'll fork it and then call it Dogecoin, and like there was no thought put into it. Literally no thought.
Well,
Why is he backing this?
no, here's why. Okay, he bought himself several $1 million worth of it, and then he tweeted about it and turned that into tens of millions of dollars. That's why he did it.
But he doesn't need the money.
Yes, he does. He's broke. He had to sell all of his mansions because of the whole COVID shit. He's broke beyond broke. He owns assets that he can't sell. Like, he can't sell Tesla to get the trillions of dollars of value out of it. He might be the wealthiest person on the planet, but he doesn't have a lot of cash.
But it's all tied up in equity. Yeah.
Right. So he owns something like 30 of these McMansions, like crazy houses, like David Bowie's old house, or no, Elton John's house or something. I don't know. Bought up all these crazy houses, right? Or one of the Beatles was, I don't know, some crazy shit. Like, and he sold off like most of them to be able to keep things moving. It's the same reason that the Boring Company exists, why they sell booty shorts and hats and flamethrowers that are not a flamethrower. Every time he is cash poor, he sells a new product and instantly gets money back on the books.
That's funny. I didn't realize that the Boring Company was selling booty shorts.
No, sorry, those were Tesla branded.
Yeah,
booty
they were
shorts.
Tesla branded, and they cost, what was that?
There's like
69,420
Oh yeah, that's
were-
also hilarious.
for
Yeah,
the
they
for
were,
the
they were
meme.
69. Yeah, they were $69.
Of course.
But they also were like nice silk shorts too, so can't blame them.
Look, man, I don't care if you bought some. It's fine, dude. Like you don't have to hide it from me.
Yeah. So, Luigi, I sent you a Tesla truck STL that you can use in your.
Awesome.
That makes me wonder, like, who's the market for that? Like, who's actually going to buy Tesla booty shorts and then wear them? Or is it the kind of people that buy it just because they have enough disposable cash that they buy it to say they bought it and then never wear it? You know?
I don't know. You buy them for your girlfriend and have her wear it for the meme.
Yeah.
Post it on Instagram. What is everything done? You do it for the gram,
Farm that karma.
From the combo.
So besides the FPV stuff, which is fun and a bit time consuming when you have to build new shit, I do have I have 3 cyber decks that are currently on my desk that I am currently building. One is just sort of like the in-game one for myself. I'm doing a full-size keyboard. Well, let me put it this way. I've got 130 switches,
Oh,
and I'm going to try and use all of them.
Crazy stuff.
for
Well, for typing, of course.
what I mean, like, are any of them going to be
So here's the plan.
like a soundboard or like macros?
Exactly.
Or okay,
Exactly. So it's a split ortho. I've showed the design a few times over the last year, and so it's a split ortho, and in the center is a trackpad and 3 rotary knobs, 3 rotary encoders.
okay,
We'll have to see how they end up fitting. I might have to move them somewhere else, but in the center is the trackpad, and then the 9 key, the keypad sits above the trackpad in the center. So yes, that's a split ortho with your number pad in the middle.
Oh, that's wild.
And the arrow keys are also in the middle.
Were you ever able to get used to using like the thumb keys for things other than spacebar?
What do you mean by that?
So like on a lot of split configs, there'll be like 3 or 4 different buttons by your thumb, and one will be for like they do things other than input space.
You know, I haven't used any of them long enough to even really care about it. For me, the split that I'm building is going to be there's just going to be one spacebar. I'm only going to have a spacebar on the left. I'm not putting one on the right. That'll be other switches.
Okay.
I don't space with 2 hands. I only ever use my left hand. So just like I don't ever use the right control ever or right shift ever. So this keyboard layout I'm doing, it's only going to have left shift, left control, left alt, caps and tab and on the left. There will be no second alt, no menu key because I don't ever fucking use it. There will be...
People actually use that key? The menu key?
It's the fucking right click. You can just right click, you know?
That's what I mean. Like,
that's my point. Yeah, nobody uses it.
I do sometimes.
Of course. Well, you're European. Yeah.
Yeah, you're European. Your inner key is an upside down L.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like you guys aren't capable of hitting a smaller enter key. You need a bigger one. Like, come on.
To be honest, I'm using a US keyboard at work, and it keeps happening to me that I actually hit enter when I'm not supposed to, or not want to hit the enter key. I absolutely hate it. So if I build my deck, I will use a huge ass enter.
Nice.
Yeah, so split spacebar on the left, still fairly wide though. At least 3U spacing wide, maybe 4U. And then yeah, it's just kind of going to be a bastard of a keyboard. It's just where everything should be that I would like it to be. And the only reason I'm going split is that my wrists are tired of bending at that horrible angle.
Yeah.
You know, like the fatter I get as I get older, the more like my arms don't want to sit in front of me, but to the sides.
The more swole you mean, the more weights you lift, and you just like start getting that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
My arms are rotated when I'm walking. They're kind of like bulge out, you know?
Yeah. You get the ILS. It's called ILS, invisible lat syndrome, where people like puff out their chest and they do kind of like the King Kong walk. I know what you mean.
Yeah, exactly. So so that's why I'm splitting it, just to give some space between it. And then yeah, I'm gonna add a row of some macros and stuff, just stuff for like OBS, you know, be able to mute myself, turn off the camera, that kind of thing. So pretty basic, you know, using some aluminum extrusion for the frame, some 10 by 10 and 15 by 15 aluminum extrusion. It's just gonna be a long, wide keyboard, nice metal frame, and I'm using the Chalk 2.0 cherry red switches. So those are the lowest profile switches you can get that fit a standard MX keycap.
The Chalks, interesting.
Chalk 2.0, which uses regular keycaps.
Huh.
It's still got the normal cherry compatible stem on it instead of that weird double hole thing like the other Chalk switches.
So it's got the plus sign, is what you're telling me.
It's got the plus sign. It's shorter, so the keycap doesn't push into it quite as far. And the throw is a little bit shorter than usual, so it feels a little bit more like a laptop keyboard. They're great switches. I really like them. I really want to get it finished so I can actually use it every day, because like I just have them in a test rig just to like pretend type on it, see how I like it.
Yeah.
And it feels great.
Cool, man.
Yeah, so basically doing a big chonker keyboard, and then the widescreen, the super wide boy wave share display. That one will go on the left hand side, and then the 4.3-inch wave share will go next to it, so it'll be dual screen. The reason I'm using the 4.3 is it's the exact height of the long wave share, so they're both the same height, and then one's super wide and one's a little shorter. So we just kind of offset super long dual display. And that's more or less it. The rest is just whichever Raspberry Pi I have that still boots up, or I don't know. I might even throw in. I've got this. It's a MELE compute stick that uses a J4100 quad core, and it's got 8 gigs of RAM and stuff. So, I might just make it a x86 compatible system. But yeah, it's going along pretty good. And then the other 2 decks are related to FPV stuff, being able to record your video in the field and like do programming to reprogram the flight controller, because there's all kinds of little tweaks and adjustments you make when you're building a new quad.
Yeah.
It has all these crazy, all the settings are a bit much. I try to stay out of them. They're too complicated, but basically you've got a flight controller that's super smart, but at some point runs out of smarts and you have to tell it what to do.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point where so I'm going to cannibalize my first deck, which was
oh, hey, Donnie, welcome.
It's like my easy bake oven of cyber decks. And then I think I'll build the Watchman, and I think that's it, man. I don't know how much more space I have on top of all my hacker boxes that I still haven't assembled half of them.
But you still have the giant case, the giant military case.
Oh, the torso. Oh, fuck, the torso deck.
Yeah, now that's 3.
Damn it. Well, okay,
wait, the torso deck. How about that becomes the storage container for transporting decks?
I have thought about that, and the way that I have it all lashed together with rope. Did you ever play Destiny 2 or Destiny 1?
No.
Well, there's these imagine space pirates where they just have a lot of webbing and ropes and things that are lashed down to other things.
Okay.
That's kind of the aesthetic that it has going on right now. And I built, or I made a suitcase carrying handle just out of this climbing rope that I hadn't touched in years. And so that might not be a bad idea. Is just
what
using
I saw
it to
recently,
carry around.
For a Pelican style case, it's only made for a specific type of case, but it's backpack straps that hook onto the plastic hard shell case.
I love it.
I wish it was a universal product that you could just connect it to any Pelican case,
Yeah.
It's just made for a particular model, but that I've had that idea for a while. I was like, man, I should just get a Pelican case and stick backpack straps on it, and then line the inside with velour or something,
Yeah. No, that was kind of the original idea, was to make one cross torso strap. Those backpacks that it's almost like a bandolier. It's just one strap that goes across your chest.
Right.
I thought about doing that. But really it's so big, it's too perfect of a form factor not to use it as Ein's cyber deck.
Right.
But the issue is that since it's so big, I want to fill it with stuff, but it's already heavy enough. So if I fill it with too much stuff, then it's going to be I'm going to have to use a dolly or something to move it around, which, I don't know, does not sound that fun to me.
Hey, Donnie, do you have audio going?
I do. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yep, just making sure.
Right on. Thank you. Yep, just didn't want to interrupt the conversation.
What's up, Donnie? How you doing, man?
All right. How about you, man?
What's up?
I'm getting by. Just, getting through Sunday, one beer at a time. Oh, shit. My ribs are still in the smoker. I'll be right back.
Making me hungry.
I dropped an Amazon link if anyone wanted to see the backpack strap thing I was talking about. It's in the chat. It's in the YouTube chat. This thing's pretty damn cool. Like, it needs some padding along that back piece. I mean, it wouldn't be comfortable as is, but I really like the concept of it.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I mean, imagine throwing all of your quad shit in there, and it's now waterproof. It'll float. It'll, you know.
The only thing I would be worried about is the comfortability of the back part on.
Yeah, exactly. There's no pad there. Like, what were they thinking? Not adding just a little foam block that sticks on.
Even just dang it, something happened to my picture here. Let me. How do I? Oh, I clicked a different picture. Even like you see how they have those little ribs, like those parts could have been little pads, cushion.
Yeah, well, the hard case is like separate. So like you buy the hard case, and then they made an add-on strap that you plug into it if you want to turn it into a back. Oh yeah, this $100 price, that's just the strap. I think. I'm pretty sure that's just the strap, and it doesn't come with
the
case.
It does. It says backpack conversion.
Yeah, exactly. Because I saw that, I was like, oh shit, $100, that's a cool case. Let me buy it. And then it was like, no, that is just the backpack strap. So how you doing, Donnie? What are you?
I'm right. Getting ready to start some dinner. I'm going to do the old breakfast thing, breakfast burrito. So,
breakfast for dinner, you should just have cereal.
Yeah, I've been having cereal. I was going to just do the salad thing and some soup because I usually do something.
You know what? Cereal and soup, like, or salad. That's what I do. Anytime I want to like just drop 10 pounds, you just like eat grain cereal for a week, you know?
Yeah, I just try to make my Sundays like my healthy eating day. So it's like either I'll just keep mowing on salad.
So you only sacrifice one day a week.
Yeah, for my healthy diet. Yep. I mean, it's a start, and at least then I'm somewhat self-conscious about like taking a step towards being a little more healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, of course, with everything else I've done in my life, from quitting drinking and everything else, and coming up on a year on cigarettes, no tobacco. You know, I do smoke marijuana, but I have tons of different reasons why. And to be honest, even if I didn't have any of those, I don't find a whole lot of harm in it. So,
yeah, I don't drink a whole lot. I do like having a beer on a Sunday, and just it's that kind of mood, you know, just kick back and chill.
Right.
Hey, I dropped another link. This is the backpack I actually did buy. This is my fourth. This is my fifth bag from the same company. It's not what it's branded under, but it's the actual like manufacturer that makes these bags that then rebrands them. They're really fucking good, and they're really cheap. I've got one that's almost 10 years old, and it's still in good shape.
Huh.
But yeah, I bought this for my quad stuff because that's top half zips open. And I'm just going to line around it with a little bit of a kind of a plastic corrugated cardboard. So it'll have a little bit of a stiffness to keep the sides from collapsing. And yeah, it's big enough to fit the 5-inch, the 3-inch, my controller, and a bunch of parts and stuff.
This is actually
hey nerds.
It's a nice bag though.
What's up, nerd?
What's up, bigger nerd?
Nerds.
Bigger nerd.
I'm just a semi-nerd because I do like messing with soldering guns and stuff, and I build drones. So
Yep. Flying drones, that is the nerdiest of all nerdy hobbies.
all right, then I'm in the right spot.
Yep.
I like this bag, dude, for the price. Like,
Dude,
I've been
it's-
thinking about getting one more bag for like some extra camera gear, but also my laptop. Like, I don't.
No,
I've got
it's
this,
super
carry-on
fucking nice.
book bag that I got from the union that I stick in there, but there's no padding for it or anything like.
So
this.
if you click on the next one to the right, which is it's marked as green, it's a slightly smaller backpack. I've had that one for just about 10 years now, and the leather on the front is finally starting to fall apart. It's real leather though, like
Well,
everything
which
on.
one
So there's the black -1, which is the one I sent you a link to.
Okay. Yep.
And then to the right of it is marked green. And it's a slightly different configuration, slightly smaller version of the same backpack. And this one I've had for almost 10 years now, and I've taken this on so many trips. Like this has been it was my daily bag for work, for my laptop and everything for like 6 years. Yeah, that thing's awesome, and it's a good bag. Held up really
What I
well.
like about the most about it is that it's literally versatile by 3 different carrying positions.
Yeah, and having those handles on it, that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You know when you go to grab your bag and you can't fucking pick it up?
Yeah, that's even really, that's 4 if you really want to count those, because I don't know if you've ever done like some survival style backpacking and stuff where you roll up your blanket and you use your blanket as your your bag.
Yeah. And
Like
it
in the
has a
Boy Scouts,
place,
right?
Yeah.
It has a place to mount the bag on the bottom too, one of the straps, and then yeah, those handles just make it nice. It's got the loop on the top too, so you can hook it on the door handle in the bathroom at the airport.
I'm bookmarking.
Which is nice when you're on a long flight and you need to like change and stuff at the airport. Yeah, no, I like it, but I got the bigger one, and it's just a little bit taller, and then zippers open from the top. It's pretty sweet, and yeah, I'm gonna pad it with the hard sides on it with a little padding around it so that it doesn't collapse.
It's funny. I just added it to my possible shopping list, and guess what's in here? It's other bags. Here, I'll
Yeah,
drop
so
it.
this company, they resell their shit under a bunch of different names, but like this one currently is called Kaka, which is great. Kaka.
Caca.
That's incredible.
The
That
old
means
one,
poopy.
yes, yes it does.
That's in like Korean, right? Because it's an A and a
The
K.
old one had this like really funny translation on it. I don't remember what it said. It's worn off now, but like it had this wording stamped into the leather, and it was this like weird. It was just really weird. It was like this nonsensical. It almost made sense if you thought about like what did this probably mean before they translated it.
Yes,
And it was something of, yeah, it was something about like going on a journey and like finding your best self or something, but it was just like really fucking weird. But yeah,
I love those
I think it's
bad
funny.
translated like shirts.
But yeah,
Redbubble translates everything into German for me. So the design that James 5 did is called Röntgenspezifikationen.
Just rolls off the tongue.
Felix, why are you
Yeah.
sharing pictures of these ribs with me? Like, I'm already hungry. Damn,
Dude, put them up.
Yeah,
I'm proud of these. I'm really proud of these.
that's incredible.
already.
I'm gonna share that for everyone to see. Those
Please
are
do.
some amazing looking ribs.
I am gonna shoot you.
Look at that shit.
Uh,
Ooh, those don't look good.
oh,
Damn.
yeah, fuck my breakfast sandwich or burrito. Dude.
Chop up some of that for the burrito.
So
No, I cut 2 of those off, and then I like simmer them all morning, and then for lunch I pull all the meat and all the sauce off, and I put that in my ramen noodles, and then I have like the broth that's still kind of spicy and still kind of sweet, and I pour that on top of the ramen noodles. So
That
like
sounds good.
smoky spicy ramen, pretty damn good. I recommend it.
I threw you
Sounds
a
tasty.
link there, Boot, in Discord if you wanted to grab it and throw it up into the chat. If anybody else wants to see the other bag I had saved up in my little cart. So now I have two
yeah,
different
where-
bags to choose from. I discorded it to you.
You could also post it right here in the
Oh,
on the
okay.
private.
Yeah.
So private chat. That one just goes to everyone in the stream, and then it can be posted to the.
I got you. So I can post it there and it goes straight into comments.
I have to do it because they don't
Okay.
let the other members. It's really annoying. Like, there's no reason not to let everybody do it. You know.
I can see that though in like a bigger platform, and if people want to like all of a sudden act like they're
Okay, yeah.
and then spam fucking their link for
So
something.
you know what's funny? This bag, this is the Witzman, and this is their competition. This is the company that competes against them and makes the bags that are almost identical. They have a bunch of clones of each other. It's pretty funny. I'll post the link here. They're good bags too, though. Like,
so that was what was already in there in my shopping list, so I thought it was funny. I
Yeah.
think I'm liking yours better though. It's actually like $10 cheaper, so of course.
yeah, and it's the way it unzips in the front, so you can fold it open, so you like have access to it from the top. I kind of like that over the top zipped area. I never liked having to reach into a deep bag to find stuff. I always prefer just like a gym bag, you know, one that you can unzip the whole top to get into it.
I like the one you have. I like that color and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, do it. I was actually thinking I might.
Because I do like that side part. Like that's where my freaking laptop would go for sure.
Have you guys ever heard of Orange Mud backpacks? There's a company called Orange Mud, and they make ultra minimalist stuff where it's like calling it a backpack at that point doesn't even seem right. It's got enough space to hold like your phone and your keys, but other than that, it's like it almost
like
looks
a vest.
Yeah, like a
Sounds
vest, but
like
more of like a
pocket.
like a chest harness. But
Yeah,
dude. So back in the day when I was still an athletic college kid, I was going to like parkour gyms and stuff because that's what was like popular. But I was thinking like, dude, you could keep your headphones in, keep your phone in that thing, and like maybe your keys or whatever. But now I'm thinking it's so low profile. You could put a Ponagachi in there. You could put like any one of El Cantaro's
there's
like
nothing
Wi-Fi
low
devices.
profile about wearing a backpack that only holds one water bottle. Everyone's gonna look at you. They're like, "Why aren't you wearing a camel bag like everyone else on the planet?"
Are camel
Probably,
bags
like-
still a thing, by the way? Do people still wear those?
Of course.
I've seen several people
I'm going to share my screen here. This is what he's
booze
talking
in
about.
camelbacks, yeah.
Right here.
We're talking about fanny bags.
No.
I have a tactical fanny bag right there.
Look at this. I mean, okay, they're kind of cool, but like
That looks stupid.
that looks dumb.
Looks like
How
something
do
you
you
do.
get Like, how do you even reach that shit? Why is it in front of you?
It looks like one of those baby harnesses.
Yeah.
All right,
You
all
put
right.
a baby
No,
in,
no.
but it's like
Not
your
the water
bottle of
bottle.
water.
There we go.
Hold on there. Scroll back up. Nope, right there now. Nope, we already had it right there. But
Look at
it's
this
on the
thing.
right hand side. It looks like he's wearing a bra.
Yeah, like a reverse bra.
What the heck?
It's a mix between a bra and these
double.
baby
This
harnesses.
is the double capacity
Oh
one.
shit!
Oh.
Carry my drink.
Double the price.
I stopped myself. I was about to say something bad.
All right.
That looks ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Maybe you can put swords in there. Then it's got a
All right,
purpose.
well, then if
Just
I'm
go.
going to buy it to modify it to hold weapons, then I'm all for it. But until then, no, I'm good.
What about like
Ooh.
messenger bags? Am I the only one
Hey,
that
no,
doesn't like?
I'm a big fan of
I-
messenger bags.
messenger
me too.
bags right now. Chucky has just sent me one. This thing looks awesome. Let
Hold on
me
a second,
share
I'll go
the
get mine.
screen. I'll share this one over. Yeah, this looks awesome. I really like canvas stuff, like materials that hold up. The bags that I linked to, the one that I have multiples of from the same company, it's all canvas and leather, like thick, heavy duty canvas, and then lined with like ripstop nylon on the inside. That's, but it's not like slick, like plastic feeling. It's kind of nice and cloth feeling, and a bunch of like Velcro and zipper compartments inside to hold things too. This is a nice looking messenger bag. I used to use these a lot just if I wanted a lightweight pack, like just going to work and stuff. So one of the things I want to do with this backpack that I was showing you guys, it's got the big leather patch on it on the front. I'm going to paint over that thing with some like Cyberdeck Cafe artwork. because we have the backpack that we're selling on the Redbubble right now, and I did get one, and it's okay, but it needs like 10 more pockets and a thicker zipper on it. Like I don't feel like it's going to hold up long term. So, but that backpack that's like $45 that I just got another one of, it'd be a cool one just to add some artwork to it and put those up for sale.
This is the bag I use. The Fossil messenger bag.
Nice.
I've had this thing for probably 15 years now. I got it right before I started college, and it's pretty.
See, good cotton canvas holds up forever.
Yeah, it does. You put a whole bunch of stuff in here, but a lot of nice pockets in there, little zippy things, and it's got like this little built-in hook for your keys on the inside, so they don't get lost in the bottom.
The most disappointing messenger bag I ever got was it was an Umbrella Corporation, Resident Evil from what was it, ThinkGeek? Yeah, ThinkGeek.
Yeah, ThinkGeek makes garbage.
And it looks so nice, and the materials feel super nice. It's this kind of weird rubbery material and stuff. Like the fucking stitching on it just started ripping out the first time I used it with a really lightweight laptop inside of it. I was so annoyed with that. They didn't even want it back too. I returned it. They're like, nah, you keep it and we'll just give you your money back.
I had that with an army backpack I used for 3 or 4 years, where the stitches went gone after a month or two, and they were like, "Nah, keep that shit. Here's your money back."
Which army?
An army backpack.
Yeah, no, but which army?
Amazon.
Oh, okay.
The corporate army.
Oh.
Yeah, speaking of corporate army, I have.
So it wasn't like an antique German military bag with lots of logos on it.
I was gonna say if it's like East German, I wouldn't be surprised if it failed because it's communist.
Oh, hey, we don't rip on any nationality here.
Except communists.
Fair enough.
Damn bastard.
Damn commies.
Yeah, I have a fanny pack that.
Of course you do.
Not off stuff.
As long as you wear it right, dude, I won't make fun of you too much.
I mean,
Of course.
this thing fits a lot of stuff. You can put your wallet in there. The first piece of headphones over there, and maybe the second one in the same pouch as well.
Having a utility belt, it is a super useful thing. It's
I like
too
how you
bad
call
they
it
just.
a utility belt.
That's what it is. It's the
huge.
utility belt.
You need a utility kilt.
The problem is that they just don't look.
A
You
friend of
show
mine
up
has that
to any
one.
construction union job and say that's a utility
Oh, I
belt.
still have.
You know what?
I
I
still
know a
have
guy
needs
that
in
wears
there.
those. I know a guy that wears those utility kilts.
So do I.
He's
They're
a very
usually
very interesting. Yeah, he's a complete fucking nut job, but very interesting person to know.
They usually smell bad too.
No comment. No comment.
I see a lot of those people that are not to rip on Magic the Gathering players, because I play Magic the Gathering too, but there's always somebody wearing a kilt at Friday Night Magic. Always.
Yeah,
Never fails.
they're not brave enough to wear a full dress like they would like to.
I don't know. I could see myself back in those days wearing one along with all my other Klansmen. But now, I'm in the 21st century. I'm not wearing a kilt.
Are you supposed to wear underwear under a kilt? Because I'm always afraid that.
No, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to be able to shit and piss freely. That's the whole point of a kilt.
Yep.
It was so that when you were in battle, you could shit yourself without getting
Shitting
shit all
yourself.
over. Just so you didn't get shit and piss in your open wounds in battle.
That makes so
No.
much
I
sense if
come
you'd
back
see the
to-
chairs after they sit in them. See like ass crack sweat lines and
Oh my! What did I come back to?
It's like why did you come back? Is the question.
You're right. I have ribs I need to get back to. Those are spicy though. Like, ugh.
Donnie, your current overlay is makeup. You have red lipstick on and
Well,
eyeliner.
I do. I see that now. Fuck me running. All right.
I mean, that is some fuck me
Don't take
lipstick
that
right there.
statement literally. I am picking this up.
You gotta get that. You gotta get that dress.
Don't worry, Donnie. I'll screenshot that and share that to everyone later.
Hey, it's a cyber thing. I found it under the cyber spot. So.
everyone wears lipstick in the future. Don't kink shame him.
All right, somebody's got my back. Woo-hoo.
Be thankful if people still have lips in 2100.
Yeah,
I was giving old Doggo here some competition for a second.
yeah, a little bit. Ooh, I like that. I like the flashing. What is that? Lightning? You have like a lightning effect going on over his textures.
Under the, if I get out of the way sometimes quick enough, then all of a sudden you'll see it's almost like a freaking. It's pretty trippy. It doesn't quite work with the green screen right though.
Have you seen Helix's cute little puffy cheeks though?
No, we're not doing that.
Oh come on,
Yeah, I have.
do it. Do the cheeks. Come on, you're adorable.
Where is it?
Let's find a random.
Puffy cheeks.
It's adorable.
Puffy
Can
cheeks.
you put macros on the animes so you could like do that stuff at will?
That's
Actually, it's like
That
it's
is just a
super.
picture of a
A
frog.
buff bullfrog. Buff bullfrog.
That frog is ripped out of his mind. No, it's like it's weirdly very like unuser friendly. Like you can't remap hotkeys to do certain things.
Like I was playing with it a little bit, and it felt like this is so incredibly amazing. It's so good at motion capture, and then like didn't seem like it had a lot of features.
Yeah.
Where's that
Yeah.
one with the glasses?
It's probably
Maybe
the
you just need the
more
paid
expensive
version.
or paid versions. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I don't know. This one
but
might. be
the paid version's like $300.
What?
What?
Yeah, for the studio version where you can actually like make your own creatures and stuff.
Holy shit!
What's the long face?
Wow.
That is quite interesting.
Oh, that is.
You look
that
like a
is just
Star Wars
horrifying.
alien.
I was
That's
just gonna
cool.
say like Jar Jar Binks.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jar
That
Jar.
looks like
Jar Jar.
Jojo's brother.
Oh,
Jojo.
orky day with a brisky morning of munchies.
that's the kind of shit you see when you're tripping balls, you know?
Yeah,
Ooh, no, this is definitely not it.
and we wonder
Oh,
why
wow.
we don't get any viewers.
We
Yeah,
haven't lost
I-
any viewers.
I saw one show up, so we're doing good.
Yeah,
We have-
exactly.
8 viewers right now.
Oh my God.
It's always good when you have more viewers than the number of people that are in the stream.
Yeah,
If
because
I
if
can
it's
get
just
good enough
us
way
watching
over
our
to
own
see
stream,
some cleavage, we'd probably get some more viewers. You know how that goes.
well,
Yeah.
I don't have
In
any
all
of that.
honesty, when our streams, when we have our female members on, we get like 3 times the views.
Well, so far we have seen Trekius's nipple on stream, and we have
That's true. There
learned.
was a nip slip that one time.
Yep, and we've learned that Helix has between 8 and 10 nipples,
Oh,
So-
Because he looks.
Right.
Between 6 and 10.
or
There's
6
difference.
and 10.
Yeah.
My
I
bad.
thought it was 10 to 14.
I don't remember. There's an unnecessarily large number of nipples.
For a male dog, no less.
For male dog, yeah.
Really, for anyone.
Yeah, talk about an unnecessary appendage for a male dog to have 10 nipples.
maybe this is more like the Jar Jar Binks.
Oh man, that's disturbing.
That one actually does freak me out a
Never
little
know.
bit.
That's that one freaks me out a bit.
I
Oh, like-
kind of like that
Some
one
of
though.
them-
Like it looks like the camel, like the
Here we go.
the cigarette camel guy. Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Moves.
It's like
Moves.
Well, like the
That's a
hole in
pretty good
Trekius's
effect.
shirt was like perfectly positioned, so just his nipple was out.
Yeah.
It was our first nip slip, our first what do they call it?
thing.
Wardrobe malfunction?
Wardrobe malfunction. Mm.
Wardrobe.
You know what? Though?
Wardrobe.
It was perfectly timed, and like we were all just dying laughing, and we needed it. You know, it's good to have some comedy break into the.
Perfectly timed titty.
Can't beat that.
God
Man,
bless.
I mean, You want to, of course, especially when she asks you to. But yeah, you definitely can't beat a perfect time kitty.
This is getting so weird.
It's always
that's
weird.
a sign that our streams are getting good. Is when they get weird.
Well, I mean, and I can. I think you're actually enjoying it because you're eating the hell out of them ribs. I can hear it.
I switched to chips. Actually, the ribs are too spicy right now, man. I gotta sit down and like that, and I don't want to start touching my keyboard after I've been like handling these ribs.
Yes.
So I gotta put them on layaway for a little bit.
The downside of ribs.
Yeah. Oh well, they'll be back.
Oh, let's try the Among Us out in space. There we go.
Oh no.
Picked a bunch of peppers today from my garden. They were very spicy too.
Don't
kind of
do
peppers?
the imposter.
Didn't even cut them open or anything, but I peed after I picked all the vegetables and whatnot, and that was a poor idea.
Oh no!
That is a rookie move.
I didn't even cut them open. It was just from handling them. I didn't think that would be a big deal.
That's interesting.
That is a rookie move.
Are you trying to?
Can you do? Woke me up, that's for sure.
So, Blasto, how's your deck coming along?
It's not coming along.
Yeah.
On the fence about what I should do with these parts, if I should return them or not. I'm definitely keeping the batteries and the retro PSU.
What set of parts exactly did you end up with?
Oh, I've got this Incool screen. It's the one that I posted in hardware a while ago, or display.
Right,
It has
with the cutout for the button.
Yeah, it's got the HDMI and the USB and the.
Look at
in
that
the
thing.
back
They
there.
finally put them in the right place so that the cords won't stick out the side.
Yeah, this is not the one with the buttons on this or on the side here.
Right.
They didn't have that one as the prime shipping, so I selected this one. I
like
am
that.
curious though, what the where is it? Right there. It's PWM and ground. I wonder if that's audio.
No, that's for the backlight control.
But I don't know, but they have like an on-off switch for it right here.
Yes, but what if you want to control the brightness level, not the on and off?
That's true. And then it's got like this weird looking that almost looks like a battery symbol, and it's got like solder pads on it. I don't know what the hell that's about, but there's some weird stuff on here.
It might
headers
just
that
be
I-
for power.
Could be, but it does have the USB broken out into solder pads though, which I'm a big fan of. So,
What are the exact markings on the side? You can't see it on the screen.
well, here we've got the USB solder pads, plug ports, and then over here there's like this weird. Hey, you can kind of see it.
Oh yeah,
It's like a crosshair looking
Oh, okay,
thing. It's got,
I can tell you what that is. That is a surface mount pad for a switch.
oh, okay.
Well,
like a tactile switch.
a switch? No, it's for a dip switch. You know the ones that have the little numbers and the little tiny white switches that you select.
Yeah.
That's a dip switch for it.
Okay, well, that's kind of cool.
Which, in theory, probably does something. It probably has a function, like selecting between a certain mode, maybe like rotating the screen or something. You know.
And then it's got these. There's like two solder pads right here next to this battery-looking thing. I don't know what those are, but I'd be interested to see. Because the thing is, they don't have the data sheets for this. They don't even have mechanical drawings for this
Of course.
on their website,
Perfect.
which is, I guess I shouldn't be
You can
surprised.
always message them and just ask. They'll usually.
I did message them, and
Yeah.
that was about a week ago, and I still haven't heard back. So
But did you attach a photo of you with your googly eyes on to show that you're serious?
I don't know where I put them.
You know what helps too
They're
is
not on
if
my
you
desk
include a translation along with the email, because they might be too lazy to translate it themselves.
And then I got some key switches. It came in this really sweet box, though.
Yeah, it's a nice
This
set.
it has like a magnetic clasp on it and everything.
Oh wow.
Wow.
That's
Did you get them off Amazon or eBay?
Yeah, these were actually on a lightning deal. Normally they're like 60-something bucks, but I got them for $50. So I mean, they're
they're
pretty
only
nice.
like $18 on eBay.
yeah. Well,
I wish my keycaps would arrive.
I mean,
That's
they're pretty nice.
cool
They're
as
double
this.
shot. Because I mean, if you pull one off here, they are yellow on the inside. I suppose I should used to.
That is some pretty
Yeah, I
creepy
was
packaging.
looking
I
at
love
that
it.
set. I was trying to find the right colorway from that company for one
You
of the
can see
decks
they
I'm
are double
building.
shot. So
Nice.
Yeah, I really
Awesome.
wanted to get one, get a set from that company for the deck I'm building for someone else, and they just didn't have the colors I needed. I
yeah,
was
this
kind of
is
disappointed.
Acco.
Yeah, see, I really like those, but for the guy, he needs something a little more subdued, more just a gray profile, gray colorway.
I just knocked my bottle of
You know
water
what?
over.
That would be a nice display case for artisan keycaps.
It would. You're right. That would, and that actually would hold probably a lot more than that.
Looks
case
better than
that,
this.
Dahlia
Looks better
had
than
there.
this.
Although her
I mean-
case is
Oh
really
yeah,
cool.
I wonder
This
what
is-
Dahlia's
this
been
is-
up to. I haven't seen
This
her
is
in-
how mine. This is how mine. How my keycaps came in the mail.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
in some generic bag with some.
I really hate that because they do get scratched, you know?
Yeah.
Like they do get scuffed up,
I
and
mean, they were cheap, so
yeah, cheap
I
or not
don't
though.
care
Like
that much,
I hate it when they
but-
show up in a bag like that. I've got a bunch of blank PBT
I mean,
caps.
if I put up this bag like this, you cannot directly see the keycaps because my light's reflecting on the back. So this looks kind of illegal.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks like you're smuggling something. But no, like,
so we're
packaging
gaining-
goes a long way. Like
we're
having
gaining
nice
some
packaging.
viewers here. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're gaining viewers here.
So that
Thanks for
screen
joining us at 2.5 hours into the stream.
that screen I showed also came with this weird tablet stand for some reason.
I like those things.
I don't know
Oh,
why
yeah.
it came with it, but it was in the box. I'm like, okay.
They're freebie stands. They come with a
Yeah.
lot of stuff, and they're so good though because you can adjust it to fit a tablet or a phone.
Maybe it's for
I-
the keycap set too.
I always keep
I
one
mean,
like
just
that.
looking at like the hinge, how it's just like a positional hinge, and just got those little niblets on there, and it's just like probably just pressure fit with a screw going through it. I would assume.
You absolutely could build that with a 3D print, having a spring and a metal BB for the ratcheting portion of it. I have considered doing it on a couple designs before, but I did find those the pressure hinges, the ones that just hold their position,
Yeah.
and those are pretty nice. Those are going into 2 of the 3 decks I'm building right now. It took a little bit of effort to find one of the right amount of weight.
Okay,
to move
so yeah,
it.
there is this just spring in here. I just popped it apart, so
Yeah.
it just pushes it together and just a little pressure fit pin in there. That's kind of neat.
Yeah,
But
integrate
break.
something like that in the next build.
That's pretty cool.
Hey Donnie, when you're flying, are you running a GoPro on your quads?
Yeah, not all the time. Like when I'm flying my little 3-inch or my little betas, my little whoops. Like, yeah.
Have you ever thought about recording like straight from the Fat Shark output, like capturing that into a computer, or do you just use the onboard DVR?
I've done the onboard DVR. I've got some footage out there. I got a shark bite long range or mid range test I did. Went a mile out.
You know, I'm planning on getting shark bite. I've got the goggles now with HDMI in, and I was sitting here looking at my capture card I use for my camera when I'm streaming, and I was thinking about it. It's a pass-through. I could plug the shark bite into it and then pass through into the goggles, and then I could record directly into a computer from it. I was thinking, I wonder if it would be a better quality than the onboard DVR. Like, does the DVR mimic what you see in the goggles pretty well?
No, not now, because the last update gave us 1080 in the goggles, and we're still only recording 720.
Wait, how can it do that if the goggles are not 1080 to begin with?
That's a good question. Because what are my HDO2s anyways? I think they're like 960, but still, it would.
So it's still
covered-
better though.
Yeah, I think they're 960.
So it's it's just downscaling a little bit instead of stretching the image.
Probably that's the stuff that I'm like. Really
On
area.
the 1080 mode, is that like a higher bit rate, like a less range?
I don't know. I just saw it was available, so I put it on there, and I've been flying with it ever since.
Is it a big improvement, like a noticeable
Uh,
improvement?
again, I'd have to switch to the other setting and fly in 720 and see if I noticed, because I got my set and updated with the update that already had the 1080 in it, and so I went straight to putting the 1080.
Is it a setting that you can just select between, or do you have to like change firmware for it?
If you didn't do the firmware update, then yeah, it's a setting within the SharkBite system.
You know, if you are making another flight video, that'd be a cool side by side to cut together. You know, see what it looks like. Do you say you have 2 receivers?
I'd have to do a pass through like you're planning on doing. That way I can compare it like actually on a 1080 screen. And
Right. Well, or just record it straight to 1080. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, that's all. Yeah, you would need to pass through. So record to 1080, and then you would have the 720 DVR, and that would give you your 2 sources of the same flight.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool, though. I haven't seen anybody.
You know,
Like-
maybe that beach freaking trip that me and Pine have been talking about, we'll both do something like that and do a team up deal.
Because man, there isn't a lot of info on SharkBite. The thing we're talking about, I know I kind of derailed things here, but it's the much more open platform for digital HD. More open than DJI, at least.
And I take that back. It's 1280 by 960, so it's already got the 1080 part there. If I do read that correctly.
So we're just talking about quad stuff. The HD video.
Felix is eating.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm hungry as hell. Oh my god.
Yeah, I ate a triple cheeseburger during the first half hour of this.
Nice. Believe it, nice. I like my CO2s. The little things that you move for the diopters. Did I even say that right the first time? Diopters. I said diop. Anyways, they move too easy. So like, you know, if you take them off and kind of, even as careful as you set them down, it's when like you go to pick them up and if you jerk them a little bit too fast.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, it's the only downside that I have found in them, and I never even noticed that until somebody pointed it out. Like,
you know what I would do there? A couple shots of hot glue, and just lock them in place, like just a tiny little dab in the edge of the slider.
Right, get them right exactly where I like them the most.
Yeah, and then just leave them, just lock them in like that.
And I actually thought about just taking strips of some double-sided freaking tape and just sticking them right, like, you know, the length in between where the little nub part is and the
just so it can't move back and forth.
Yeah, because I'm scared of
that's a good idea.
Glue sometimes if it goes into a spot you don't want it to go, you're fucked.
Hot glue's not too bad because you can pick it off usually.
True.
I think I should go to bed because it's almost 4 a.m.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
That's a good enough reason.
Yeah, I've
Have
got
a good night,
put away
Dave, too.
stuff too.
Yeah.
I'll see you
See
guys
you
later.
guys.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I wonder if he's gonna keep his make. Oh, Helix left too.
Yep.
Oh,
See ya.
bye, Helix.
You know, when one person leaves, it's a good excuse for everyone to bail. It's usually what happens.
Well, I mean, you have been what, 2 hours 40 minutes? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave the stream running if anyone stays, just because I don't got anything to fucking do.
Well, I'm just chilling. I'm gonna be in between my dinner making. I finally that's why I threw the frog up so I can go jump and do that real quick. Get that started.
I've got
So-
the 4-inch quad here that I'm soldering at the moment. Actually, yeah, that's it. That's it. Last thing is done. I just need to 3D print a little mount, and I can assemble it.
Nice. You don't want to be
So, are you feeling better, Booch? You think you're going to be taking your trip?
It is still up in the air. If I am, it's delayed, but could still be leaving this week. And if not, got another trip planned later. So,
Fair enough.
but either way, I'm gonna get up there and be filming the sunsets because we got these crazy cool looking sunsets in Arizona right now, and these huge monsoon storms that usually come in on opposite sides. So it's like one side is this like black wall with lightning, and the other side is like a purple and green sunset at the same time. And I'm gonna get up and get some footage of that. Try and get up there like every day for a month straight, and just post like 20-second clips of it every day.
Sounds cool. Oh, those are eggplants.
Yeah, it's an easy, a big bag of dicks.
Doesn't sound so bad.
To you, maybe. For the rest of us, it's horrifying.
I suppose in a bag, yeah. That is a bit.
Yeah, I mean, no matter which way you
Off-putting.
swing in a bag. Well, then again, well, if there's a fake kind, I guess, and they swing that way, then yeah, bag of dicks would sound good.
You just find like this crate of like used dildos out behind a.
Wait,
You know,
don't say that
store
word
in a-
on. Don't say that word on YouTube.
I mean,
the fake stuff, fake thingies.
rubber phalluses.
I don't know why they have banned that fucking word on YouTube. Like, I don't get it, but they like really ding you if they detect it.
See, we went back up to 9 viewers though as soon as I said it though.
Right.
So people come here for that content.
Unfortunately, yeah. But they seem to look the other way when content creators like big. Like, I mean, they'll be wearing thongs and all, dude, and they don't.
Yeah. Well, YouTube's gotten a little more, you know.
I didn't wear my thong today. I'm sorry.
No, commando all the way.
Hey, Boots probably just like literally sitting there naked. Just
It's the real reason why I don't have my camera on, because it's really hot and my AC is broken, and
that sounds horrible.
yeah, it just started pouring water out on the ground for some reason. I guess it's so humid that the condenser coils are like way overloaded.
Oof.
And the pump can't keep up to pump the water out. Yeah, it's kind of ugly.
Wait, it's humid in Arizona?
Dude, we're on monsoon season. We get like
That
the
makes sense.
craziest weather. It's like, you ever watch any of those movies about Mars and they always show like the dust storm and the lightning and stuff?
Mhm.
That's Arizona. They just film that here and then, you know, tint it a little bit orange for the movie.
Places very
I
similar.
mean, your humidity right now is only 21%.
Yesterday was 100%.
Oh.
It hailed on me last night. It was 100 degrees out and marble size hail came down.
106 by you right now.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Poor player 2 is dealing with 66 degree weather and 79% humidity.
Well, that's not too bad.
66 degrees here as well by me, and 62% humidity.
Okay, yeah, rub it in. That's cool. The rest of the year here is very nice, though. And the monsoons are kind of interesting. I mean, they're fun to sit out on your porch and watch like 30 lightning strikes come down and just smoke the ground all at once.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I do miss that about living out in the desert. Or like or just freaking red lightning shows at night that's happening in the distance are cool too.
Oh yeah, you know, I've actually captured some ball lightning out here before, which is super rare.
Yes.
That's pretty
It
cool.
ionizes the air, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. I happened to be out doing some photography at this nice park, and lightning storm behind me, and I tried taking some pictures. I caught a bunch of ball lightning and stuff. It was really cool. It was a nice combination of these cool little plants and then this crazy lightning storm behind it.
Yeah, I remember once I was in Arizona on a vacation. At least I think it was Arizona. I think so. And then we got caught in like a dust storm. We had no idea what to do, and we were like trying to drive. And I think we stopped at a Walmart, and even like with all the windows and doors sealed, like you could still feel the grit in your teeth. It was
that stuff gets everywhere.
Really unpleasant.
When I first moved out here, there was a particularly bad dust storm that year, and like a record-setting one. I left work, the storm was coming up, and then like stopped at the grocery store, then stopped somewhere else, and like went home, and the whole time it was following behind me. But they're really slow. They come in really slow. You could probably outrun it on a bicycle. And it was just like this encroaching, just like wall of death coming at me. First time seeing one of these things, and it's just a tannish brown wall. Kind of looks like a giant wave coming at you. It's kind of an interesting thing, kind of trippy.
It was kind of scary because it caught us when we were driving.
Yeah, like I got home and I grabbed my camera, went outside to take some pictures of it. And like I regretted that later. I was just like coughing and choking for the next week, like
could fuck up your camera lens too.
Yeah, like 2 minutes exposure of that shit, and I didn't realize too that you wouldn't be able to see it once it's on you. It just looks kind of dirty out, like kind of dim. You can't actually see the thing when you're in it. You only see it when it's approaching. Yeah, there was one of them last night too, actually. It hailed, it was windy, and then the dust storm came through, and then we had some rain. It all happened within like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's some weird weather out there.
Yeah, but it looks great on camera, and I'm really looking forward to getting some of these on film, especially the lightning storms. We get that heat lightning, the stuff that shoots across sideways and doesn't strike the ground most of the times. That stuff looks great.
I'd probably die if I was in a desert. There's like somebody launching fireworks like right outside my window, and it sounds like a gunshot every time.
You should just go out there and go join them. Enjoy the camaraderie.
Camaraderie with other humans, please.
They might not be human. You don't know that.
That's true. I shouldn't assume.
You shouldn't assume their species.
I'm a shitlord. What can I say?
Look alike. Look alike.
Yeah.
That's funny. I just realized why this shit has been so loud this whole time. My volume control was controlling a different interface on my computer and not my headphones.
Oh, yeah.
Like, why am I dying from this freaking volume?
Audio is the freaking worst part of all of this, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, like, I finally got a decent enough microphone, and, it's...
You're not using a toner anymore?
No, I am. I stuck with it. The other one was garbage.
Yeah, I remember that.
I kept the stand it came with, though. I only shipped back the microphone, not the whole, like, boom arm that it came with.
Fair enough.
I mean, that's what I bought it for anyway. Like,
I made a little boom arm for the toner. You probably keeps like just out of view of the micro of this camera, but it's on a little boom arm because I have a weird fetish for boom arms.
I got mine on a boom arm.
It's nice. I also hang my sunglasses and my headphones and my hat off the same boom arm. So it's kind of a handy thing to have. All that's missing is an Oreo holder.
And a glass of water to dip them in.
Oh, man, poor guy. Like, we were talking about that a while back, and it's just like, I was like, dude, it's like the internet has a long memory when you say something like that.
Yeah, or pooch with cranch. Like, that's a whole nother thing. Cranberry ranch.
Oh, yeah, I haven't heard
Yeah.
that one. That's
Yeah.
brutal. They're gonna have to put it in their writer. Like when they get hired, booked for something, they'd be like, "I want Oreos and glasses of water."
There you go. But did you catch his stream today? He was unboxing the CR10 Smart.
No, actually,
It's a nifty looking little printer, actually.
dude,
It looks
YouTube is
pretty
doing
nice.
this shit again, where like it's not giving notifications and stuff. You're not seeing when things are happening, when new videos come up.
You can always add his. He does Discord notifications too. Maybe we should add his notifications to ours as well.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Are they?
Pretty sure.
So I know Zach's is.
Oh no, I did not do that. Yep. Let's find a new one. Hurry up, find a new one. Oh.
uh,
All right, there we go.
Oh, wow.
How are you doing, everybody?
Damn. That is just
You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of the when Lando was flying the Millennium Falcon into the second Death Star.
Yeah.
The co-pilot, whatever species
the
of alien
guy-
that is.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
He
yeah,
just
yeah.
laughs. He goes, ah, ha, ha, ha.
Yeah,
He just laughs,
that guy. That's what that reminds me of.
Kind of looks like a penis.
Not really a whole lot out of freaking the 50 or so that's in here.
Yeah.
There's actually more than that. There's like hundreds of them, but there's just a lot of squirrel freaking, like, you want butterflies on your face, you know? Oh.
You know, I think for the Edge of Tech, I think they kind of screwed up their channel by splitting off into two channels.
Yeah, I think they would have been smarter to like leave the Edge of Tech and just rename it, you know, and then make a new channel for Jim's private stuff.
Well, not only that, they really should just simulcast to both at the same time and cross-link. But the thing is he wasn't posting. If you're on the Edge of Tech, he wasn't posting the link over to the other channel or vice versa in the description below. So you had no way to quickly find the other channel if you want to jump over. It's brutal.
I think they've got that all sorted out, though. No.
Yeah, they got like 500 people on the second channel, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, they'll grow. I mean, he gained a bunch of followers like from Milwaukee Maker Faire when he was there, and
nice.
That's coming up this September. So I'm assuming he'll be there representing this show. So.
Well, I will always be grateful for he had me on as a guest before I did like anything to get any kind of notoriety online.
Thanks to your wonderful publicist.
Yes.
And his tireless efforts.
Speaking of, you haven't gotten us any guests in a while.
Well, it's been holidays and,
I'm just playing. It's hard to find people to be on because people have to want to be on. They have to have the time, be in the right time zone, and how hobby projects and shit is stuff breaks.
Well, there are people I'd like to get on. I would love to have Ben Heck on the show. That would be like a senpai noticed me moment. But he's a busy guy.
He's welcome to reply to my message, but he ghosted me, so.
Yeah.
It happens.
Well, I can bug him on Twitter. I told him about going to Cops Frozen Custard when he was here for that game night convention over here in Wisconsin.
All right, time to flip some meat around here.
But otherwise, like Matt Ergel said, he would be back on the show. There are certain guests we could have. Yeah.
Get him back.
Yeah, he'd be a good guest to have.
No, I mean just send him a message. Like, what are you doing right now?
Oh, he's probably busy right now. But he said Thursdays are usually busy, but since it's Sunday, we weren't streaming Sundays when I asked him before. So
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? I think that's a good thing is, we're not on a busy day now. Thursdays are hard because it's the end of the week, but I still feel like Sunday isn't working too good either because all these people with families and they actually like them, so they hang out with them on Sundays.
that's kind of weird.
I think we might need to just switch to like a Friday night stream, like a late night.
Yeah, but then people go out with those families and
No, nobody goes out.
Well, some people do.
Well, we do need to find the right time and day for it. I like Sunday afternoons just because I'm not doing anything else, so it's easy. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe Saturdays, maybe Fridays, maybe Tuesdays.
What about a Monday night stream?
Fuck Mondays. Am I right though? Like nobody wants
True.
it.
Garfield had it right.
Mondays. Cases of Mondays. You don't say that around here.
Yeah, we should make a Garfield sticker that says "Fuck Mondays."
But like a cyber Garfield.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Get some of those made. I'd buy a few.
I still would like to get a Cuppa sticker for my laptop. Just throwing that out there.
I look
Just
like
saying.
that dude off of what was that movie, Weird Science, when she turned that dude into the poo or whatever it was she turned him into.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, Donnie. The "Fuck You, Donnie" stickers will be ready today.
Oh shoot.
I imagine those will sell pretty well.
Yeah.
I still have to buy a Han sticker. Or shirt or framed artwork.
Wait, you didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought you were the one who did because someone bought all the Han stuff. I guess it was someone else.
Yeah, I didn't.
I thought it was you. I didn't really look at the orders though.
Yeah, Bootdsc, if I said that right, he's right. There ain't no good time for anyone.
True.
Right.
The biggest thing I would say is try to find what you would think is the best time and then stick with it. Because if you don't stick with it, then people aren't going to remember what fucking time or place you're at.
That's true.
And that's the biggest thing. Like, keep it simple for people. So, like, I finally picked my Saturday at the time I picked, and like, I was talking to a few people whether or not I should bump it up a little more. And he's like, "No, you want to stay at the same time, same place, like same bat time, same bat place."
Yeah, when we first switched to Sundays, there was, it's still kind of a dip in the viewership too. But it's tough. People expect a lot from you. They expect, they want to be entertained. Well,
that's why they're here. Regardless of who or what's on YouTube, they're here to get entertained. And the more people that are leaving TV and coming here to be entertained, then it's like it's a easier TV system without ads.
Yeah, and you get to talk to the people and hang out, and interact.
Interact. Yes.
I like it. I mean, TV sucks in every measurable way.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Now, don't get me wrong. I love my Netflix and my movies times. Like, I can get into a good movie. Like,
and the only ads you hear around here is like, subscribe to my Patreon, give us a like,
smash that follow button.
And people have no problem throwing $1 or $2, depending, even if you're like semi-entertaining, they're like, he's doing good, he's freaking consistent, like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll look at your quality parts and be like, I'll get behind this guy, and then that'll push, like, for me, like, every time I turn around, there's always something or somebody pushed me, from whether it's just a new subscriber or somebody just gave me another $1 on Patreon. Like, it's like,
yeah, I mean, the live streams are arguably the worst thing that we do in the group.
You definitely have a way bigger Discord than I got, and like, I'm going through my rough patch right now, and I'm like, okay.
Well, you know what really helps is you need to ban all of the people that are just complete assholes, and that will encourage more people to hang out and chat. there's always a point where you have to just clear out the trash.
And there's always an asshole.
Well, you know, everyone's got one.
At least one.
We typically get, for every 100 people that join, 25 people stay, and 2 of them are just complete psychos to the point where they just have to go because they just bring down the group for everybody else.
Oh, they start posting their OnlyFans links.
Yeah, I mean, there's a large combination of different problems.
I know another person on another Discord, and I guess they had a run-in for like 2 days of just every hour or a couple. It wasn't like real consistent, but it was just like porn ads of some sort, whether it be a channel to some website or somebody's freaking.
Yeah, those are tough to clear out. We do the purge. So this is one thing that we do that is unique to my group. We do the purge every now and then, and what that does is it gets rid of all of the fake accounts, all the bot accounts, anything that isn't actively monitored, or just people who join, never post, never get a role, and haven't logged in for like a month. They can always sign back up again. They're not being banned. They're just being kicked.
Yeah.
And it's a mostly automated process, which is annoying because sometimes if there's only 50 people getting kicked, I'd rather check real quick to make sure it's nobody that actually, you know, has been part of the group.
Right.
But basically, if you haven't shown up or done anything in 30 days, then you automatically get kicked. And what we started doing was making it so if you have a role, then you don't get kicked. So it's only people who really have done nothing.
Yeah.
And we've cleared out something between like 10 and 12,000 people in the last 2 years.
Wow.
And I imagine that most of those accounts were actually bots and other advertising accounts. It does happen pretty often. You know, what's really annoying is when we get the accounts that are like spamming for like reality or, you know, like any like the 3D printing stuff. 'Cause it's like, you don't need to send your cringy little spam ads. You could just legitimately join and post and chat with us about your printers. That'd be cool, right? Like if Elegoo joined and like, you know, did like an AMA about printing or something versus just like spamming the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind starting to like message some printer companies and be like, hey, I'm a mod for the largest cyberdeck group in the world. Give me free shit. But
Well, there's also times when that's what you need to do because they don't have a scout that out there scouting for people like that. So you go, hey, look at this, what I got. And say yes or no. And that's all the worst that can happen. Because I've hit up
it's just not very punk to be a shill out for the
I've had some
printing
that
companies.
really dicks about it, and I've had some that says, come check back with us in another month or so, and then if you're doing better or whatever, like we'll take another look, you know. So like I've reached out, but at the same time I'm like, well, I just gotta try to get and do better content.
You know, I have gotten a lot of 3D printing shit, and I don't trade my name on it, or like, I'm not saying, hey, I'm a YouTuber or something, because I'm really not, right? The best way I found, if you really want to get free filament and resin and all your stuff, you just need to be a part of any of the Facebook 3D printing groups and be an active member. The reason I started getting all of the free stuff originally was because they literally just they messaged me. They're like, hey, we noticed that you hang out here and like you help people troubleshoot their problems and like help them getting started, and we think that's cool. Would you like some free shit? And that was how I got started with Elegoo, getting, you know, I mean, they still send me a free bottle of resin like every month, which is pretty cool. Not in any way affiliated or sponsored by them, and I would love it if they would actually send me stuff like as one of their sponsored partners, but they still send me free shit whenever I need it, which is very cool.
That is cool.
especially since I actually like their resin. So it's like, if Anycubic offered to send me the resin, I'd be like, nah, thanks, I'm good. The resin's just awful. It's hard to print with.
Cute. Cute.
Like what I keep meaning to do is just freaking find one and then turn it off and be done with it. Because if I end it, it'll freaking shut my dang camera off.
Hey Donnie, I've got an idea for you.
Oh.
This is something that some of the 3D printer guys did a few months back. They did sort of like a super Saturday stream, and what it was is like 4 different guys that all do a live stream, and they all decide to do it on the same day back to back. It was pretty cool. It was like, it made it run basically the entire day. You could tune into any of the channels all day, and everyone was hanging out.
That's cool.
But it took the load off of having just one person have to stay on the whole time.
Right.
And it also kind of helped get everyone more subscribers and stuff too by jumping channels.
Yep.
It was kind of cool. I was thinking that it would be fun to do the same thing for the FPV stuff. Like maybe start with a video premiere in the morning, and then like jump onto another stream and another one and another one. Maybe just kind of organize it enough to get everybody involved. Everyone that we know of that's live streaming for FPV stuff.
Yeah. I was trying to do something similar to help out another FPVer. I'm not going to name any names, and that people who have gotten and are able to be successful, their time is now valuable, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, it's hard to not be busy if you've got a channel that's already successful. Then you're spending a lot of time filming and a lot of time editing. But look at it this way: everybody with under 1,000 or 2,000 subscribers, they're not that busy.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I think I'm here.
Speaking of, to the 6 people still watching, go check out Donnie's channel. He's got some cool stuff up. Does a live stream every week. It's fun, hang out, a lot like what we do on Sundays. Just hang out, chill.
Oh, thank you. Oh, spicy sausage. Woohoo! Yeah.
Sausage.
And I didn't run back over to the store to get soda. I was like, I'm gonna drink water because Growing keeps telling me to freaking drink water. So I'm like, I'll drink water tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, drink water. It's good for you.
Oh, I know. I mean, that's what plants do.
That's the fun thing. It's like, yeah, water, it's good for you. No, it's just that it's not bad for you.
Right.
These battery packs are pretty nice, though.
Which ones did you end up with? Oh yeah, those are the same ones I got.
Maker Focus.
They're not that brand, but they're all the same pack.
Yeah, I got 2 of them.
No, with two
Not
of those, you can run the Pi 4 and a 7-inch screen for like 5 hours.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. That and a little retro PSU. So my focusing is on point today. Good job, camera. Like, it's usually not this good.
Yeah, maybe the lighting's better.
Yeah.
There it goes. Nice.
But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the whole cyber deck thing anymore. Like, part of me is just like, I don't really like what I'm building. But
Well, I know you like building stuff. I know you like 3D
Yeah.
printing. Just build something else. It's
Yeah,
a
but
pretty
like
big.
what?
It's a big hobby. Well, I don't know. You redid your studio. You did a bunch of cool lighting and stuff. Looks good with the flamingo back there too. I like
Thank
that. I don't know. Build something totally different. Do Do you have I don't know? Do you like going outside at all?
No.
Um,
What a
How
stupid
about-
question that is.
why don't you build yourself like an why don't you build yourself an umbrella where it's like held on by a backpack, so you don't
Yeah.
so you don't have to carry it. You know.
Did you
to
ever
keep-
see those umbrella hats?
Yes,
Yes.
that's
I have
exactly.
one of those. I have one of those. Yeah.
There's only a certain kind of person around here that wears them, and I always kind of laugh when I see them.
Yeah. It takes a certain type of person to do that. That's for sure.
It's always like these old ladies that they do these like power walks around the neighborhood, and they're always wearing them. But I get it. I mean, it's fucking hot in Arizona. Yeah, you could build yourself like a giant umbrella cloak that just like covers you from the world. You're just like this like circle of cloth walking around outside.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll.
I don't know. When's the last time you did a miniature or a model like just print like a Spitfire and glue it together and paint it?
I don't know. Probably never.
Um,
I've done a few like little Pokemon and whatnot, but
How about a tank? Ooh, how about a tiny track? They're remote control tanks that are about a 3-inch square.
Eh.
They're pretty neat. From that perspective, with the camera, it's kind of cool. You can have like very little bumps, and it looks like you're going over hills and stuff. It's fun to pretend, It's like driving through, some crazy scape through the grass, and the grass is like 100 feet tall.
yes, of course.
I don't know. Pick up a new hobby, take a break. I don't know. Learn to
Yeah,
cook.
I don't know. Like the other day, I was just like so fed up with it. I was just like, I'm just gonna quit making things and sell everything.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that, but that'd be kind of a dick move.
You know.
I don't know. How about something that you've already done in the past, not a cyber deck, but like, revisit an old hobby? Because I like doing that. I like cycling through them every 5 years, 10 years, even going back into FPV stuff real hard. It's like, because I used to be so into it, I had to put it away because it was like way too much of an obsession. But it's fun to go back to it.
I never really had anything like that. I mean, like before making stuff, it was just school, and before school, it was,
More school.
yeah, and Pokemon, and I don't know. I haven't played a video game in like 3 years. I just can't seem to do it anymore. But
It's good for a certain time,
no,
Like, I love-
it's not like I don't enjoy it. It's just I don't know. Anyway, we don't need to go down that road anyway. Conversation, but
I don't know. I finished my goggles. They work well enough, but the HDMI to analog converter does a blue screen of death when your signal level gets too low. Even though you can still see there's just a little static, boom, blue screen. So my goggle project worked, and it's done. It's complete. I can put it away. It's not particularly good for long range flying though, but I was super
build like
stoked.
an antenna and strap it to your head.
That's basically what this is.
Well, like a really big antenna.
Yeah, but you know what? The point is, I'm happy with it. I finished a project that was hard, and it's wrapped up now. And now it can go on the shelf until I want to use it again. And like, I really want to get these quads wrapped up so that I can just fly them and just repair them when I need to, but not be building. They take up too much space. If I can repair, I've got this other remote controller. If I can fix the weird glitch it has, I'm going to try and just reflash the firmware, go back to new. I wanted to build Ed's remote control from Cowboy Bebop, the one that she uses to crash the Bebop into the water.
Mm-hmm.
that's
Somebody else
why
in the group wanted to do that too. I forget who it was.
Only something. Yeah, he's working on one right now too, and so that's actually why I bought this particular controller, because it's already a like Xbox shaped, controller. like an Xbox controller. It's already that kind of shape, which is the general shape of Ed's controller. So I figured that if I bought one that's in that shape, the components inside could probably be reworked to, to fit the shape of the case. And they totally do. I've had the thing open a bunch. I've already modified it a lot, replaced switches and stuff in it, antenna connectors. And I started on the 3D model so I can print a new case for it. And I need to change my plan there a little bit. But what I want to do is take this controller and mount a screen right in the middle of it. Ed's controller has a little screen. It's more like an LCD readout for words, but I'm going to put a full-size screen so you can actually see the video from the quad on the controller.
Be cool.
Yeah, and mostly I want it to be like basically a one-to-one replica prop from this artwork from the anime, but then also have the screen be able to clip on to use it for for actually flying with.
Yeah, make like a little quad that looks like the Bebop then.
Yes, that is exactly what I want to do. So I think I'll probably just do a foamy, like.
Wait, isn't the Bebop the big ship? Isn't
Yeah.
Spike's ship is? I thought, wasn't it just his ship that crashed, or was it?
No, she brought
was
down the Bebop.
It was the Bebop. Okay.
Yeah, and I want to do that. I'm either gonna just do like a foam and printed frame and like just make a model that I can stick on the quad, or I might build a whole like flying wing, like an airplane that can be shaped kind of like the Bebop, because it's not exactly an aerodynamic shape, but if you put a big enough motor on stuff, you can just force it to defy gravity.
True that.
I mean, that'd be a pretty cool scene though, like flying Ed's controller and flying the Bebop around. Like find some really skinny kid with red hair to fly it and film that. It would be kind of cool.
Get a corgi. Just
Get a
borrow a
corgi.
corgi from somewhere.
Yeah.
Or just paint Jake like a corgi.
Hey, she is part corgi.
Yeah, there you go.
She's an incognito.
Corgi.
Yeah, because corgis, when you breed a corgi with another dog, it takes on all the features of the other dog, but it keeps the body shape of the corgi.
She's adorable. Like that picture you posted on Patreon, the one you sent me, I actually saved those two on my phone because she's adorable.
Yeah, she's great. I'm just gonna start posting pictures of Jake on Patreon because I'm not doing it to share content with people. Like donate there if you want to help out with the group, to help keep me building shit for the group. But I don't really want to put stuff behind a paywall.
Yeah.
But Jake pictures. Maybe people will pay for Jake pictures. You gotta have some. You gotta post something though. You gotta at least post something so people know that the account isn't dead. That it's still active.
Hot deck pics.
Yeah, I think I'll just use the Patreon to troll anybody. I'll just put all of my troll shit on there. Yeah, there'll be hot deck pics, and they'll just be like picture of a wooden deck with a thermometer on it on a hot day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that would be pretty funny. You should maybe get like costumes for Jake. Just like start getting her clothes. And just
Jake does not put up with that kind of shit.
Oh.
She the only thing she will tolerate is this little vest. Like you put it on her and she freaks out for a moment, but then she just like lays down and goes to sleep. Like some dogs, like the comforting vest, it kind of like
like the thunder vest or whatever.
Yeah. And so like we have like a little wool vest for her for the wintertime, and you put that on her and she just like knocks out. It's like she's wearing a blanket with her.
Aww.
It's very cute and kind of funny. She's gotten better though. Like when I hold the dog harness out, she comes up and tries to stick her head through the hole. Usually gets like the armhole instead, but she tries.
She's trying her best.
Yeah, it's better than it used to be, because it was the opposite. She was like fight you, like don't put this on my head, and now she just comes up for it. So it's pretty fun. Well, I think I am gonna sign off because
Yeah.
Me too.
I just need to get up and
I'm kinda
stretch.
tired.
And I gotta
My
move
breakfast.
around.
My breakfast is finally done, so I'm out.
Nice. Well,
Sounds
thanks for
good.
joining in again.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And, it's good hanging out with you, Josh. Blasto? Did I say
Yeah.
that right? All right. Yeah, it was good times. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. No problem.
Later, Don.
See you.
See ya.
Figuring out how to
And
do
goodbye.
this.
Goodbye,
YouTube.
everybody that is watching. Yes. Goodbye, YouTube. Oh, that's our thumbnail now. Thanks.